Yeah.
Okie doke. So, last time, all of you were down in the depths of the fungal mines, trying to find Vasher's parents and Pestle, who was somewhere down there. You guys waded through and found many different locked doors and rooms through this dark, like dungeon-like space. A few of you went into the first room and saw some strange, like giant toad thing hiding in the corner. You guys all ran away from that. You fought several of the goons that were down there. Noticed some different sigils and stuff throughout the space that kind of demarcated that possibly the Crimson Horde has something to do with this. Um, After going through the majority of the space, I think it was Ragnar who stumbled upon where Pestle finally was, and managed to free him from his custody. Pestle pointed you in the direction of Vasher's parents, and you guys liberated them and fled from the fungal depths. The party split from there after the revelation from Vasher's father, saying that Ragnar was somewhat involved in all of this. You guys didn't probe any deeper into that, but split up into three parties, all kind of going into separate places. Yeska took Raylan to one of the rooms within the Diamond Crown to wait for a healer to come by, where he had a divine vision. The divine vision ended up healing Raylan to some extent, only for one of the healers from Bleeding Stag to come in and do a forceful healing.
Come here.
Then Vasher was speaking more with his parents, trying to wrap his head around the entire situation. After that, Tethrin and Ragnar spoke for a little bit in the Marmalade Inn. And then I think Ragnar left so Tethrin could get some sleep. After all that, we come back to Yule Break. It is now raining fairly heavily. The clouds overhead are very thick, and you can hear thunder just kind of rolling in the distance. People in the streets are kind of scurrying by and trying to get indoors as quickly as possible. As you notice, at least the few of you that have windows that can see outside, you notice that there are the entire city again is built on top of the pits that is the root, and you see that all the water's kind of draining down below as people make their way to different places. I believe Zala and Leo also had a conversation for a little bit within the Diamond Crown.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do?
I guess we can find Yeska and Raylan. Zala?
I do think that is best.
Okay. You guys are in the Diamond Crown at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You were Pestle kind of led you into a section that was kind of a bunch of rooms that are assigned to members, but since they're not currently using them, you've been given way to use the rooms as you see fit. You open the doors and you start heading down the corridor a little bit. One of the doors is slightly ajar. You hear the voices of Yeska and Raylan kind of complaining about something. And you also hear a large, like, deep voice saying, "Stop moving so much, I'm trying to heal you."
Okay.
Vegeta, no.
I'll poke my head in. Do y'all need some help in here?
You poke your head in, and you see Yeska kind of flailing around while Raylan is being held down by a massive orc who is currently chanting something with a giant staff and just kind of like bonking Raylan on the head every once in a while.
God damn it, I'm fine.
Is just kind of chuckling in the corner.
She's killing Raylan.
I'm fine, lady.
Excuse me.
I heal you. Bonk you again.
I don't think that's helping.
I'm healing you. Bonk.
Stop. You're not helping at all.
That's not how you heal.
I'll look at Pestle. What is going on?
Is this like a Yule break thing?
Raylan, you heal 36 points.
the fuck, lady?
And then
As
you take
you all
40.
see a coalition of energy just kind of pulse out of this large orc. And with that final bonk, it just kind of passes through Raylan's body.
I'm
There
pretty
you
sure
go, all healed up.
There's definitely a better way you could have done that.
Good job. Thanks for the help. Oh, need anything for you, Pestle? As the giant orcish woman starts moving towards the door, she kind of pushes past you, Leo. Excuse me, as she continues out of the hallway.
Well, thank you. As she leaves.
She waves behind her.
I'll rush to Raylan. Raylan, are you okay?
I didn't appreciate her way of handling me.
You're looking much better, Raylan.
I don't know if it was from her or from that weird person I saw her.
Oh.
A weird person?
Oh, some lady showed up. Shit, I don't remember everything.
Raylan, I can
Well,
barely hear you.
yeah. Well,
Very quiet.
Let me just
that's
go
fine.
ahead and vocalize my sentiments.
well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes. That's,
Define okay.
There we go.
Well,
You're alive.
I mean, yeah, you're alive. So,
I was pretty worried that hellhound was gonna chase you. You know.
Well, I had it covered mostly until, it got turned into a barbecue spit.
Yeah,
really,
that was the part that worried me.
that work helped at all.
Maybe.
Well,
I feel
but you look
slightly
better.
better.
Yeska, how are you feeling?
Me? I'm completely fine.
Okay. Does he look completely fine?
Roll insight.
Oh crap! Let me pull it up. 14.
14. Jessica, how are you feeling?
I feel okay. My robes are pretty fucked up. Like there are multiple gashes in the
Oh,
front,
yeah.
and there's dried blood. But beyond that, like it looks like pretty okay.
How are my clothes?
Okay.
Raylan, your clothes are fairly burnt up. They're pretty much tatters at this point, almost falling apart.
My leg is best. Yeah, to get a new one.
Well, Yeska, if you need help with your robes or something, I might be able to help fix that a little bit. If you want to keep them, that is.
I've sewn a little bit in my life. Never this much, but I can probably manage.
maybe we should just buy
Here, I'll kind of show you, and I'll try to do mending on part. I probably can't do all of it at once, but I'll do mending on part of it. On part of his robes.
Go ahead and do a. Oh boy, hold on. Normally I have this pulled up already. One second.
We are looking filthy, Leo, if you can do anything about it.
Go ahead and do an Arcana check for me.
Okay. Arcana. Just this. 13.
Okay. With a 13, Jessica, you watch as Leo begins to wave his fingers over the tear in your clothes, and the entire thing begins to stitch back up together, pretty much completely. There's still parts that are slightly like pulled apart or a little bit looser, but for the most part, the most egregious tears and cuts are fairly mended.
Wow. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. So I guess should we find Vasher and his parents? And what was all that stuff about Ragnar? I'm a little confused.
I don't know. What did they say again?
Well,
Specifically, they said that, Ragnar is some sort of, drug dealer?
Oh. What does that mean?
It means he, well, A, a criminal, B, he is responsible, for the, illegal products going in and out of the city, in the simplest terms.
Yeah, I think he was just basically saying that all the bad guys we'd kind of encountered all working for Ragnar, which
Or
doesn't make
working
any
to pay him.
sense.
Yeah. Well, he does wear a
Yeah.
mask, and you can't trust people who wear a full face mask like that.
It could just be another gunman situation, you know.
Well, maybe we should ask Basher's father
Yeah, I
if he
mean,
knows anything else about this Ragnar, because
Well, we could just let him go on his way. I mean,
he did help us. And it doesn't seem like he's hurting anyone.
should we ask him about it directly?
I don't see why not.
Um,
Well, actually, he could confront us and try to kill us.
do you think if we turn him in, we'd get money?
I don't know if we should turn
I don't
him
think
in,
that
but
really matters. Maybe we should go talk to him.
I don't think it would be that simple either.
Yeah, we have no
Alright.
evidence it's him.
Then we go speak to him.
Is Vasher in the same building as us?
He is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we should probably go get Vasher and his
Yeah,
parents
let's-
first. Well, no, maybe we should leave his parents here.
Yeah, I think they need to kind of. I mean, they don't really have a home right now, so maybe they need to just hang out here for a while.
The inn's already a hot spot. I don't think bringing the
Yeah, I wouldn't take them
nearly
there.
rescued prisoners would be a good idea.
I
Well,
think they'll be pretty safe here. Personally.
Thank you, Pestle.
okay.
Well, if you all know what you're up to, I need to fill out some paperwork. Specifically, I was supposed to petition some stuff for Vasher that I think I'm running late on.
Yeah,
Hopefully not too late, but we'll see.
Well,
you might
well-
want to hurry with that.
yeah, we'll get back together with the rest of, I guess, our crew. But we'll get back to you pretty soon.
All right. If you need rooms outside of the Marmalade Inn, you're free to use the Diamond Crown. Just speak to Millie at the front; she'll hook you up.
We'll do.
All right. Well, bye. You see Pestle round the corner and start heading away.
Wait, aren't you gonna protect Vasher's parents?
They'll be safe inside the halls. He yells back as he continues on.
Yes, I'll whisper to our crew. Yes, all 2 members will really protect their parents.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about them, but
I mean, it's either we protect them or they protect them.
This area is like a lot of different. What do you got? Like halls for the different people, right? Like the stag.
Yeah. So, like, there are different guild types
guild.
throughout all Sophia. The adventuring guilds, the ones that go out to do like the most dangerous tasks for Sophia, are usually found in like the guild ways or like specific districts within cities that have all of those types of guild halls available.
Okay.
You're in one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this area seems safer than some of the other areas we've been in, so I think they'll be okay.
Oh, agreed. We're not taking them with us. We've already rescued them. They can stay here. Navin, should we just grab Vash and be on our way?
yeah.
Yeah, because we got a lot to talk about with Tethrin and
And we can clean
whoever
up.
that
you know?
is.
Kind of filthy at the moment.
True.
Lightning strikes and rumbles throughout the space above you. You search the halls for a little bit until you finally run into Vasher, who's kind of just standing outside of the room. Yeah, he's just kind of standing outside of the room that was kind of assigned to him and his family. Hey, Xander, you here?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
You
What
sound like
happened
that.
with you and your character and your father? Were you guys
Oh.
going somewhere, or?
No, I left them to rest, and then
Yeah.
I was going to go find Andy and Pestle so that I can ask for things, which
Got
would
it.
be a sheath and new chainmail,
Got it.
unmarked chainmail or better.
Okay. As you head out from the room, you start moving away. You see the rest of your party kind of approaching you.
Hey,
Hail,
Vasher.
friends. Are you feeling better?
Sure.
Yeah. Fine.
All right. Well, I need to go find Andy and Pestle and see if I can get a home for the sword and some new armor because this cheapo armor that we bought is not providing a lot of protection.
Well, Pestle just left, so
Yeah, I'm actually gonna need armor too pretty soon because I'm a little worried myself. But well, maybe he said to get rooms here, talk to Milia, so maybe we can talk to her about at least getting your sword a sheath or whatever.
Yes, the sword has been upset to say the least. So that'd probably be a good idea.
I'm
You're
sorry.
still talking to your sword.
Your sword has feelings.
He's
Yes, the sword does have feelings.
Okay,
don't question it. It's just a thing he does.
all right. Okay.
So I guess we'll talk to was it Milia?
Millie.
Millie?
Yes, we can
Just
go talk to her.
You guys follow the corridors out of like the guild rooms off to the side of the main building and head towards the huge, like, massive building with all the statues and ridiculousness. Passing through, like, it's raining fairly heavily now. You watch as all the street lamps kind of like ignite magically. There's small flames inside of them just to illuminate the space a little bit better, as the sun is still out technically, but heavily clouded over. You see people moving quickly in the streets outside of the fences of the Diamond Crown. As you enter the next room, you guys kind of like wipe your feet off on the provided carpets and move to the entry hall space. Before you saw a gnomish or halfling woman that was kind of sitting at the desk that helped you out. This is a different person. You see a young woman who has bright pink hair and dark green skin. She is currently sifting through a newspaper, and it's kind of like laid out completely flat, and you see she's bending corners on the newspaper to possibly bend it into some kind of shape or form. Around her, you see several other newspaper like pages that have been pulled apart and made into small animals that are just kind of littered around her space. She does not notice you guys approach.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Wow, those are really cool. What do you call those? And I'll
Thank
point
you. They are my paper animals. Watch. Toodaloo. She spins her finger and all of them start moving around and dancing.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes,
Um,
I make several of them every once in a while to keep me company here.
Because no one's in the Diamond Crown. No one stays here.
That's correct.
So that explains the loneliness. Well, good news. It seems that you'll have some people staying here now.
Oh, good. She just stares blankly at you.
she's Luna.
We're going to need. Are we staying here, Leo, Raylan, or all of us staying here?
Yeah, Raylan, Yeska, do y'all want to stay here as well instead of the inn, or?
I don't know.
Well,
All right.
anyways, we might
Yeah,
be
go
coming
ahead.
back to stay here, but our friend Basher here was in need of some kind of supply. Basher?
Yes. I was going to ask if I could put in a requisition request for a sheath for this blade, and I'll hold the blade out in two hands.
She looks at the blade for a moment and just kind of tilts her head. And after squinting at the blade for a few minutes, she looks back at you. That blade's angry with you.
I told you. See, I'm not crazy. It doesn't. This is not a good case. This doesn't help my case. But she sees it too.
Everybody can talk to
Well,
well,
it's
apparently.
mostly because it's cutting into both of your hands right now.
I'm holding it like flat palmed, so
Yeah, you notice that while you're holding it flat palmed, the places where the blades would like kind of make contact seem to have somehow like lightly serrated into your hands.
Hmm. Yeah, that is bad.
Well,
Oh,
I
not
I
much.
think outfitting you with a sheath should be no issue. Um, yeah, she takes one of the dancing animals that's around her. She picks it like out and rips off one of its legs. You hear a slight screech as it starts to hop around her. She unravels the paper and like jots down some numbers and just a couple notes on it, and then she kind of folds it back up and starts hopping away.
That's a bit uncouth.
I'll
You
make
know-
sure that sheath gets brought to you soon.
Yeah, that'd probably be helpful.
Is there
Okay.
anything else I can help you with?
Oh, chainmail?
Are you a member of the Diamond Crown?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we are, and I'll show her our papers.
She looks at the paper and takes it for a moment. This says you're contracting with the Diamond Crown.
Right. But
This is-
is that not the same thing?
No,
Well,
it is
no,
not.
We're
The Diamond Crown.
contract.
The Diamond Crown pays you to do certain jobs on their behalf. You do receive some benefits from us, but requisitions are only allowed if one of the head members allows for the requisition. Though I do have these. She reaches down and pulls a giant box and puts it on the table. With a smack, you see all the animals just start scurrying away from the box. And she pushes it open and she pulls out what looks like a robe. And you guys realize that it's a cloak of some kind. On the back, there's this weird insignia of a skull with flames on top, and then there's a crown situated floating on top.
That's
I was asked to make these for a group. I believe this is you. Here you are. And she distributes the robes to you guys.
I'll,
They're like cloaks.
I'll look over at Leo. Did we just who came up with the design?
Didn't Tether know one of these or something?
We talked about this with Pestle.
Yes, unfortunately, we did say that there were cloaks that were made.
Good reason.
I'll be honest with you, Vasher. We were kind of just
Line.
we were kidding. It was a joke. It was kind of a
Yes.
joke, but I guess Pestle really did it.
I
Yeah,
think I
there's-
remember y'all telling me about this now. Yeah.
But these are dreadful. Do we have to wear these? What color are they?
They are black with a fringe of a bright silver. The skull itself is a metallic gold, and the flames around it are blue, the same color as the crown that's kind of floating above the skull's head. And then Millie kind of twirls her fingers, and the flames just start animating, but like a bad GIF.
This
I don't know.
design
I think they look pretty. I think they look kind of cool.
It's so tacky.
You
I
know,
really hope these don't stick.
I'm gonna start ripping the sleeves off of mine.
Well,
It's more of a cloak than a robe. I think I
Yeah.
just misspoke.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you're good.
It's a cape.
Yeah.
It's a cape.
Oh
No.
no! If this is going in the trash,
It
fuck
I'll
it.
put mine
make
on.
a-
I'll put
No,
mine
no,
on.
it
I'll
could make a
put
good
mine
umbrella. So.
No,
All
I
right.
It
Are-
would
are
serve
there-
to cover you from the rain. They are water resistant.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
but back. Listen.
That's
It's not
great.
magical. It's just like a polyester.
I'm gonna turn mine into a bandana.
Are there two more? One for Tether and one for
Yeah, there's enough for the entire group to have
Baby
a
Ragnar.
cape.
Are there hoods on these capes?
No, they are capes.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Nice.
Okay, Millie, listen, back to the matter at hand. We do require one chainmail. Pestle and Andean, we've talked. They know that we require this thing for this dragonborn here. It is of the utmost importance that he gets his chainmail, else he will be unable to perform our contracted duty.
Seems pretty fine to me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Well, that was pretty
Or a
well said.
lying check.
Oh,
17.
With a 17, she thinks for a moment and says, "I'm sure it will be no problem. But as a contractor, you would get a discount from us."
Of course, Vasher will pay. Of course he will. It's not just going to be free. How much would it be?
Well, as she looks in her books, because I don't have it off the top of my head.
I'll lean over to Vasher. Don't say I didn't ever do anything for you. I'll get you the chainmail.
Yes, this was well spoken.
He's giving you a discount you already had.
Guys,
I'm giving a thumbs up to Zala. Like,
Didn't we already
You're
finish
doing
our
what we talked-
contract?
I think.
well,
We're not
So-
talking about that now.
actually, no. Just part of the contract was to do Vasher's stuff. Oh, we were contracted to help them clear out some, backlogged.
Yeah, you guys technically
Yeah.
haven't done any of your contract yet.
No, and then also they would help us with things like Vasher's
Yeah.
stuff. And then, Yeska, you had something you needed help with. What was that again?
I think that's mostly worked out.
Oh,
Are you
that's
sure?
great.
Wow.
Last I saw, you were pretty antsy about getting back.
Well, long story. Raylan, you were there.
I-
Why don't you tell them?
I don't know what you're talking about, Jessica. I was
But
unconscious.
you were there, and
Yeah, but
she went over and she fixed you, I think.
Are you
Um,
talking about that lady?
Yeah, the lady. Yeah.
I only
Well-
remember someone coming and kissing me. I don't know what conversation you had with her.
oh, Raylan.
She did kiss me, right? On the forehead or
forehead.
some shit? Yeah.
You can leave that out.
Raylan, you have a girlfriend?
No.
Well, I don't think she's Raylan's girlfriend. Anyways, I think mostly it's been worked out.
Okay.
Oh, well, good.
Things solve themselves, I guess.
Excellent.
She, after looking at her book, she says, it'll cost 105 gold pieces.
You should sell some of your things. Sell your sword.
Do I know if the... Does that sound like a reasonable price?
Roll insight.
It's with a discount.
The war basher, okay. They need the chainmail.
They are a guild.
One moment.
It's a marked up price. Get ready to sell a kidney.
Insight +4.
Oh, do you need one of us to roll it for you? Are you here?
Nope, no. I'm here now.
With a
15.
with the 15, you'd know that. I mean, if there was some kind of war campaign going on right now, armor prices would be much higher, which means standard chainmail would go up by like 25% or so. You're looking at the average price for smithing chainmail, 155 ish.
Holy shit! All right. How much would it be for just the sheath?
Oh, I'm sure that we can handle the sheath for free.
I don't. I have armor at home. It'll function okay. I don't have 100 and something gold.
We'll come back for it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you though.
Of course. See
All
me
right.
later in the afternoon, and I'll have it ready.
All right, thank you.
And then, as you guys leave, all of you go ahead and roll a perception check.
12.
An 8.
A 22.
Okay. Leo and Vasher, you both notice that little like paper animals have crawled into most of your bags, if not just like kind of clinging onto your backs or just generally like attach themselves to your persons. Vasher, you currently have one like on your shoulder, and Leo, there's one on your head.
What kind of animal is on my shoulder?
It's like a little bird.
Oh, I'll
Should've
keep
been a
him.
cow.
I'm gonna like try and pet him gently.
It behaves like a little bird.
All right.
Do we recognize like what they are, like what kind of birds they are, or anything?
Well, on Leo, on your forehead's like a little deer or something like that.
Oh, it's one of these things.
Yeah, it's the little paper animals that she.
I apologize. Sorry. Oh, cool.
You guys-
Yeah, I'll pick it up and put it in my bag or something.
You guys walk out. Any of you that didn't notice it and it was just on your person, immediately as the rain showers on it, it kind of falls apart. Just it's newspaper, so it just disintegrates in the rain. All of you are heading out from the Diamond Crown in some direction. Where you guys like to go?
So
We go back to the
go to find the others, the
We
other
go
two.
back to the inn. Eventually, if we actually care about it, we can look at the mausoleum that was supposed to be torched or something.
I mean, I think we would have had something by now.
Well, maybe the rain prevented them from. torching it.
Hopefully so.
Well,
Ash.
Also, we have. I mean, we have Vasher's parents, and that should be all the evidence needed
if
to
they're
clear
burning-
him, right?
Well, not if they're
I mean-
burning some body or something.
Yeah, they're
Because
only
they
Muslim for a
still-
reason.
The only witnesses to the scene of the crime were the town guards that saw me running away from the scene, and the people who killed Danathar. So, my parents cannot absolve me.
Yeah, I think those are two separate occasions.
Well, hopefully Pestle can go fix it with whatever he's doing. And Vasher, we were gonna go talk to Ragnar because
Yeah.
he's apparently a weird person.
A drug lord.
That's-
Should we
well,
get you-
It's very confusing.
I suspect that the Ragnar that is helping us solve a murder case is not the drug lord.
And you never know.
is that a common name, Ragnar?
I don't know. We can ask him. We can get.
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
ask.
He doesn't look like he's gonna. He doesn't look like he's going to talk to us about that. Just kind of
Sorry.
standoffish.
We'll try our best.
Yeah, let's just try. Ragnar's been helping us.
True.
You guys weave through the avenues of Yule Break as the rain kind of slams down on all of you. The wind's starting to pick up now, as the windmills up above have been like manually stopped because they're spinning too quickly. All of you move through the different throughways. Anything that has good cover, you guys kind of sidle down through. Notice that there's no like dirt that's kind of running off in any direction. Most of this is like wood with cobblestone overlay. So water's just kind of rushing down these small like channels that have been carved out into the wood to allow it to escape to more easily accessible waterways. Passing under lamplight and other areas, you eventually reach the Merchant's Walk and find the Marmalade Inn. The door is currently closed. There are lights inside, and you hear a little bit of light music coming from there. As you enter, all of you manage to make it into the Marmalade Inn. There are several people just kind of milling about and eating dinner for the evening here in the Marmalade Inn. A couple of families that are just relaxing. Andian is currently behind the main bar, assisting Anna with the onslaught of people that have kind of just made it through the storm. You don't, Ragnar, are you downstairs or upstairs still?
He just said, "Be right back." Kind
Oh,
of
there-
weird.
Yeah, I think he's
Kinda-
grabbing food.
Then I'm going to
weird timing there, buddy.
He's still upstairs.
I believe he went to his room.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's what he said that.
Yeah.
And I'm about to do what I usually do in this place. Do I see them?
Go ahead and roll perception.
14.
You see the general people just kind of hanging out here at the Marmalade Inn. There, you see honey baked ham has just been served on one of the tables with luscious dinner rolls, kind of caked in butter. Some mashed potatoes and other things just served on several different tables with a couple of different serving girls that you hadn't noticed before. Seems when it becomes busy, they kind of have extra hired hands.
I don't care about any of these people. They're not stealthy enough.
Does anyone in here look a little sketchy or out of place? compared to the normal patrons?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
That was for the stag, by the way, not for the people in here.
With a 19, looking about, there are a couple people that look pretty seedy, but they're kind of keeping to themselves in the corner. They're not looking about or anything like that. They just, especially to you, Zala, they just look like they've been hard at work all day. Grime covered faces, and with the rain, it doesn't help that it all kind of like oils about on them. Just a small cluster of people that are kind of huddled on this side of the room.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my first level disguise self, and I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to make it last for 4 hours.
Okay. Understood.
As I'll follow Leo wherever he goes.
Okay. So you guys are all just kind of standing in the entryway of the Marmalade Inn. Andean notices all of you and kind of waves in your guys' direction.
I guess we'll head over that way.
Okay.
Yeah, then Basha wants to see him. Some shit.
All of you move up. Well, what did you say, Raylan?
No, I said didn't Basha want to see him or something?
Yes.
You guys move up to where Andean is. Looks like he's just assisting with pouring drinks and other things with Anna. As you guys approach, he looks at all of you. I'm glad you're all safe. Is everything all right? I was trying to speak with Ragnar earlier. That's when the Truth Finder was still here, but he had to go.
Dude,
Yeah,
Ragnar was outed.
What?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
but
Sorry.
did-
Vasha wanted to talk to you.
Yes, I was going to ask if that this was just a request. This doesn't have to do with what's going on currently, although could be relevant, about a sheath, but the clerk helped me with that. But also, could we get Sarin moved from here to the Diamond Crown for protection?
That shouldn't be a problem. She's in her room still.
Just a simple request, but now that my parents are safe, do you have a good idea on what our next step should be? What mine should be?
Well, I didn't get a chance to speak too much with Tethrin and Ragnar. They did tell me that Pestil's alright, correct?
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Alright. If I know him, he's probably off to do something else now. I think for the safety of the inn, it's best that all of you relocate to the Diamond Crown. I think that'll be a better place to do this kind of business. It's built for it.
yeah, and we don't want to put y'all out of y'all's business either, so we're fine with that.
I'd just rather keep my family a little bit safer than they have been for the last couple of days.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I took it under my own. It's fine.
Are there any rules while we stay at your place?
Just behave, try not to break anything. And, live by the way that the crown normally lives, and you should be fine.
I don't know how you people live.
I don't either.
It's fine. We'll run you down a crash course when things settle down.
Yeah, I think once we settle Basher stuff, hopefully before tomorrow or on tomorrow, maybe we need to sit down and talk about what we're actually contracted for.
Yes, I agree. But so if you found Pestle and you found his family, is the matter resolved? Is everything all right now?
Well, that's what we're trying
I mean,
to figure out.
Yeah, other than the fact that I'm still being persecuted for a crime I didn't commit, everything is okay. They might have burned down the mausoleum where Danathar's remains are, but Also, my dad was telling me something that Danathar's insane and that he's been working with a drug dealer. Is that? I'll turn to the party. Is that a good, accurate summary?
Yeah, he said Danathar was Tiankfine, right?
Yeah, he said that
Hey,
it's the same person. Which,
Nothing.
honestly, at this point, maybe it's, I don't know.
But Danathar's dead, isn't he?
well, that's what
I
the
shrug my
mausoleum would
shoulders.
Tell us.
We're pretty sure.
People
I was-
closest to Vasher
I was
don't think so.
99% certain that he was killed, but with the way that things are going, that sounds, that kind of feels like he still should be, but maybe not.
Kadith was saying that he wanted to verify the body of Danathar at the mausoleum. And that's when Tethrin and Ragnar found the note that said that someone was going to burn down the mausoleum. Myself and Kadith managed to find one of the associates that may have been conspiring within the Knights to do something nefarious. But it could have just been the only one. Kadith went back there to patrol the mausoleum for the time being, but
All right, then I say we don't worry about it. Then it seems fine.
Yeah.
If you're taking care of it.
I mean, you only
This-
have Kadith.
If Kadith is in charge, this might be a good time for you to tell us what else you want from us, since I'm significantly in your debt. I don't know about everyone else.
Well,
Yes.
I think we should settle your stuff first, because are we sure that you're cleared?
Nope,
Yeah, not over.
not even close. We gotta get to the trial part first, but...
Right, which is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you should probably get ready for that.
Oh, that's what Pestle is probably
Yeah.
going to go do. Is
Yeah,
fix
yeah,
that.
that's. I think that's what he went to go. So maybe he'll find something out tonight.
Maybe. But there's no guarantee he'll get you cleared. So you should probably prepare for tomorrow just in case.
Yeah, I should probably prepare for the trial.
Should
Yeah.
we go check on Tethrin and whoever Ragnar is?
Oh yeah, Andean. When Mr. Kadith was here, did he say anything specific to Ragnar? Did he? I don't know. Look at him funny.
not that I recall. I thought I was just there to relay the message about what we found with the mausoleum. Kadith's thoughts are his own. If he had any suspicions about one of your party members, he didn't confide that with me.
Well, I
Okay.
guess another question would be, was the name Ragnar? Had you heard it before we all came along?
1 second. Ragnar is not a common name. I may have heard it once in a while, but nothing in particular sticks out to me.
Okay.
Okay,
Well-
let's go talk to him.
Yeah.
Wait. Being in my previous line of work, would Ragnar ring a bell?
Roll a history check.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I fell. I only know that shit.
With a 12, I'd say probably not. I mean, purveyors of like poisons and other things like that. I mean, there's plenty of people that do that kind of work, but the name Ragnar isn't something that immediately has alarm bells in your head.
Not too big name for me to know. Gotcha. Or being an idiot.
Yes, if you could get Ragnar and Tethrin and head back to the Diamond Crown, I think that'll be a more suitable place of business for the time being.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And at the same time, Basher, you can take Seren with you. She's in the first room down the hall.
All right.
Ragnar, Tethrin. Oh.
All of you start heading to where the rooms that you knew that they were staying at, and grabbing all of your equipment from your rooms that you had left there, if you had left anything,
Yeah, I'm getting the other set of armor, and I'm just scraping it up, getting rid of that knight's.
Okay.
Knight's
I grab the severed head.
Sure.
and the
Oh my God.
dresses.
Okay. Where do you put that severed head?
Can I stuff it in my little bag?
That's
Go ahead and
so
roll a
fun.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'll
That's
sure try.
So fun.
I'll gently cover it in a piece of cloth and just kind of stuff it in the bag.
Okay. The only
And
piece of cloth there is the like shades on the
Yes.
in the room. So you rip off one of the shades and you wrap it nicely. There is a nice pool of blood on the ground because you just kind of just left it there.
That's fine.
But you just wrap it as well as you can, specifically the neck area, and you put it like top of the head down into the bag, so it kind of like cradles most of the blood inside of the head. It does not smell great.
Yep.
There's
ass away.
It's starting to. I mean, even with the ass away, it's like it's fairly pungent, especially with iron. You manage to wrap it as well as you can, which kind of mutes it a little bit. So only people that are like specifically trying to smell you will notice something's off.
All right, I'll put it on my back underneath my new cloak that I have. This ugly cloak. That's it.
It is kind of bulging, so
That's fine.
it's very apparent that you're carrying something.
I'll just up my side. That's it.
Okay. So who goes to get Tethrin?
Oh, I thought we were going to Tethrin.
Right. Is everyone just going room to room?
No,
Yeah.
I'm staying
Yeah,
downstairs.
why not?
Okay. So it's easy enough to get Seren. She's still in the room. There are two people from the leading stag kind of sitting with her and just talking, conversing. After speaking with them, they kind of let their guards out and they leave the Marmalade Inn, and Seren is now with your party. Is everyone okay?
Yep, Vasher's parents too.
Oh, that's such a relief. Well, at least all of this is over, right, Vasher?
No. not yet.
Vasher, you need to get better at that gurgling thing you do.
I think Vasher
Oh.
sounds fine.
I don't really know what that
Now
means.
that's a weird chant moment.
Yeah, that's a shit. No, it's not. We're not done until
Oh, you're not done.
until. I'll shoot a glance at Leo. Until
I'll get
my
really
name is
shy, sorry.
cleared legally.
Oh my God.
She chuckles and she turns to Leo. Hey, here. She reaches into her bag and she pulls out a book and hands it to you. Leo.
Oh, I'll look at it.
Yeah, it is the second volume of something in Demons. What's it called?
Yeah.
Indian battle at.
Yup.
Yeah.
Pull up my drive.
No, I'll get you that fairly
Risks
soon.
and demons. Risk and
Yeah.
demons.
I'll get you that fairly soon.
Cool. Thanks. You don't mind if I borrow it for a little bit?
No, it's fine. All of you have done so much for me at this point. The book's not a big deal.
Great. I've been really looking for this one, so I appreciate it.
So all of you move upstairs and knock on Tethrin's door.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Boing.
Tethrin?
No response.
You hear several knocks on the door.
I listen to the door to see if I can hear anyone moving in there.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
All right.
Tethrin. Hello.
With a 15, Tethrin, are you actually snoring?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear the low rumbles of someone snoring inside.
I think he's sleeping.
All right. Well, then we just enter, and I'll open the door.
Wait, but he's sleeping. Okay.
What if he's naked?
The door kind of creaks open slightly. And Tethrin,
Even
roll.
better.
Zal, are you trying to be like sneaky about this, or you just okay?
He just needs to
Of
wake
course
up.
not.
Why is he sleeping? It's
Tethrin,
4.
roll a
kicks the door
perception
in.
check with disadvantage because you're asleep.
Did he get his shit rocked? What
7.
do you mean, why is he sleeping?
With the 7, you hear like commotion at the door. Still asleep?
Not worried about it.
Okay. Catherine is snoring away on his bed.
Does someone want to wake him up?
Wakey, wakey, hands off Snakey.
Wakey, wakey! It's time for school.
We could just take him with us.
Okay,
I'm
I'll go
sure
pick him
he
up.
wouldn't mind.
Catherine, at this point, you feel arms.
I'm gonna
heavy,
I'm
and
gonna like wrap him in his blanket, like swaddle him like a baby.
You feel heavy arms just wrapping you tighter and tighter.
Oh my god.
You feel constricted
Oh my god.
in his space, and then you feel the same arms wrapping around you, and lifting you up into the air.
Oh,
Go ahead and
no.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
4.
You shit your
Guidance. Wait, can they do a saving throw?
You can't do
No.
guidance of a sleeping person.
Why not?
Yeah, you wake up with a start
Wow.
as you see a massive being in the shadow just lifting you up out of the bed, and you're completely restrained in your bedding. You see several other figures in the shadows as well.
I'll say grab his stuff.
Oh my god.
Your Leo say grab his stuff.
If you don't put me down right now, I'll kill you all.
I'll start
Why?
You could
Oh.
start
kill
tapping his
anyone.
back like I'm
Oh.
burping him.
Wait, was that Yeska? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was dozed off.
What's happening
Why?
in there?
Why are you sleeping at 4?
We've had a long day.
Where's he sleep?
You literally just went through some tunnels. If anything, you should take a bath. You probably smell and look awful.
I am neither of those things. So,
Well, maybe not to
He actually
yourself,
smells
but
kind of good, not gonna lie.
thank you. Prestidigitation is a very powerful spell. Am I going to be carried like this to wherever we're going, or?
If
Do
you
you-
want.
Do you want to?
It's not the worst. I wouldn't mind it, to be honest.
Yeah, just
Well-
go back to sleep. We have to talk
Well-
to Ragnar.
And if you're okay with it, we're gonna relocate
Oh, to where?
the Diamond Crown.
Sounds exciting. Shouldn't be an issue. Ragnar's in a bit of a mood, so I don't know if talking to him is going to be very productive at the moment, but
Right, he sounds like he's talking in his room already.
well, he does that. He talks to himself every now and then.
or is he really talking
That's
to
why-
someone else?
That's why I sleep so heavily. It's because whenever it was just him and I, he'd talk to himself while I was trying to get some sleep. I had to learn to live with it. So, anyway,
Well, let's go check on him.
yeah, I suppose. Actually, you can let me down. I've got to grab my stuff anyway. So,
Okay, I'll let him down.
Okay. You get let down onto the floor, and you are unswaddled from your bedding. You quickly just gather the things that you had laid out in the room and pack them up as you had them before, and you sling them on your back as all of you kind of start moving out of the space and towards Ragnar's room.
I'm staying by the stairs.
Ragnar.
Wakey, wakey! It's time for
Oh,
school.
did he BRB?
No,
I'm here. No, I'm
No,
here.
he's here.
He took a call.
I'll open the door.
You open the door. You see your entire party standing in outside your door.
I'm waving.
Ragnar,
Hello.
we need to talk to you.
We're having the talk now.
Well,
Good
we
that
have
all
some
their weapons are drawn.
questions.
Oh god.
All 6 of us push through the door.
questions should be held for when
not
we
6,
relocate.
5.
I think if we're gonna move, we should move.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of their way here so they can. So Andy and's family can be safe, you know. So we're gonna go to the Diamond
That's a good
Crown.
idea. In case Ragnar's a bad guy, right?
Correct.
Like a bandit or something.
Yeah, like a bandit or a thug.
Like a band-aid?
It's called Bandito.
Okay, let's go, Ragnar.
I don't know that language.
So Ragnar, you pack up your things as well, and all of you fairly swiftly make it out of the Marmalade Inn and head in the direction of back towards the Diamond Crown. I will have a map of the Diamond Crown next week,
Cool.
Boing, boing, boing.
so that we can have more accurate spatial recognition. But for the time being, you guys found your way pretty easily through the streets, so you make your way back to the Demo Crown, no issue. Millie's still at the. Yeah.
Oh no, keep going. I'll save it for a sec.
Okay. Millie is still at the front desk. You see that there's no more paper animals around her. At this point, she has a small book, and occasionally she'll rip out a page, crumple it up, and toss it behind her.
Millie, we're going to need 7 rooms.
I don't think we need all those rooms. It's not necessary for us to
Oh,
all
are you-
have one room.
Oh, some of you are going to share rooms?
Not if I can help it.
That is revolting.
I
Well,
guess how many rooms are there?
I mean, safety
And
and
the Diamond Crown currently has. It can house 80 people
Well,
comfortably.
there you go. 10 rooms each.
I can give you each a guest room. That way, there won't be someone else's stuff there.
I guess.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That'll be fine. Fine.
The rest of the guild's gonna be back any day now. So
Oh, yeah,
Is that what they've told you?
yeah, why else would they be kept out there for so long?
I mean,
I don't know.
they could be dead.
How long ago did they leave?
No, we'd know if they were dead. Oh, they left. Well, I'd say a couple weeks ago.
How would you
That's a
know
long time to
they're
die.
dead?
Oh, the crowns will come back.
Oh,
What if they're not found though?
What was that?
What if they're not found?
Oh, that's not how that works.
Oh, this magic shit. I like this.
Right. I'm gonna go find a room. So
Oh, I can lead you. She stands up from where she was seated. She's about 6 feet tall, standing.
Why is everybody so fucking large?
And she begins to move. She grabs a small umbrella from like a partition behind the where she was seated on like the desk area, and she moves through the side door back into the area that you guys were before. Outside, the umbrella kind of pops open as she walks through the open field area. She opens the double doors and lets all of you through to the rooms that you had seen before with the name plaques and stuff. But this time she rounds a corner and starts heading up a set of stairs. You guys head up to the 3rd floor of this fairly large building, and she leads you guys to the eastern corridor. There's windows that kind of face out towards the east side of Yule Break from here. As you guys move through, she shows you guys 8 rooms that you can use for your stay. The rooms are comfortable. They're you can manage with them. There's a bed, a washstand, a small bathroom, and a small shower for each of you.
And if we needed to convene somewhere to meet, is there a room specifically for that?
Well, these are the housing quarters. If you go to the back of building over there, she points outside the window. There's like a small atrium area where you see like battle pits and training equipment laid out, and then there's on the furthest back part there's a large building. Over there, that building is the recreational building. There's meeting rooms and other such things over there. If you want something more conveniently close to this building, on the 1st floor, the first room from where we entered, that's a meeting room as well.
Great.
There's also luxurious bathhouses in the entertainment rooms, if you want to use those instead of the small showers.
Great. Sounds excellent.
yeah. Now that we're in like a guild house, is there any people who bring around breakfast and lunch and dinner?
We used to had that when we had more money. But with not being able to fill jobs, as often. We have had to furlough most of our staff.
Okay.
What are you, royalty?
No, I want to be treated nicely.
If you
Alright.
manage to assist us with some jobs, I'm sure we can hire them again. In the meantime, in the recreational building, there is a kitchen. You can help yourself to the stores there. Or you can go out to the market walk. The merchant walk has a lot of restaurants if you want to eat.
Right. Thank you.
I can always bring you back some breakfast or something, Zala.
That would be wonderful, Leo. Thank you.
If you need anything else, just call me. I'll be at the front desk until a couple hours from now.
Well,
Great.
thank you very much.
She does a deep bow and then heads out through up like back down the stairs.
I do my signature curtsy.
Your signature.
Well, now what? Do y'all want do y'all want to meet? Do y'all want to rest?
Oh, a group meeting. I've never really had an official one before.
Only
It's probably about time, right?
it's dinner time, actually.
Why would we have a group meeting?
What if
Well,
we just
um,
got food and discussed over dinner?
Sure.
You know, we've been going and going, Tethran. Why not just take a moment to enjoy the nicer things, such as food and the relaxation of this new guild hall that we have?
Right. Sure. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah,
But
she said there was some markets near. I could go grab some stuff if that's what we want.
I'm,
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you,
I don't
Leo.
know.
I will say I don't really have that much money, so I don't know how much that would cost, but
I will give Leo a gold piece.
I
Thanks,
gave all my money to Zala, so if she wants to help you,
I thought I
Um,
gave you.
technically you did.
Spotted you. Could have sort of spotted you, Yeska. That's your name. Yeska. Mhm.
yeah, about that. Um, I'm pretty sure last session I slipped Raylan all his money.
You
back.
did.
You did.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
okay.
not-
Just want to make sure everyone
Okay,
knows.
okay, I follow.
Or that I was remembering properly.
No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
I have no money.
Well, we can figure that out later. So Leo's gonna get us dinner. We'll enjoy it, have a nice evening,
Wait.
talking about life and the other oddities of fate which have brought us all together, and where to go from there. Does that sound
thought-
pleasing to everybody?
I thought we were going to talk about Ragnar being a bandit.
We can do that as well.
That's part
Lord,
of the other
actually,
oddities of life.
we just
Alright.
we just look at Ragnar.
I just
Ragnar-
look back. I don't say anything.
Yeah, Ragnar looks back at you with his voidless eyes.
Nice meme, nice meme.
Nice me.
I
Well, he'll talk later tonight, I'm sure. Leo, do you need anyone to accompany you, or are you fine on your
Yeah.
own?
just
I think I got it.
You might have somebody after your head. We've been into a bunch of precarious things. Might be good to have extra safety.
Well, I can do this, and I'll use disguise self.
What do you make yourself look like?
I'm just gonna look like.
Basher.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like Vasher. I'm just gonna look like a human.
Danathar.
Just like a nondescript kind of human, brown hair, kind of like not dirty clothes, but not fancy clothes either.
Okay. How tall are you?
Yeah. I am 7'3" with my Furbolg magic disguise self. I can make myself 3 feet smaller.
Okay.
Oh
So
wait,
you are
hold
s-
on.
You're 7 foot
on.
tall.
No, I can make myself 1 foot. No, wait, I can do more than that.
1 foot is base, so it's probably.
I can do more than 1 foot shorter. I
Sure.
just want to be like a 5.5 to 6 foot human.
Okay. So 6-foot human materializes in front of all of you guys. And Leo's going to head out to get some market foods.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do.
So it's Leo and Raylan. You guys are going to head out to grab
No,
foods?
if he wants my assistance, I was just offering anybody.
Oh, okay.
You can if you want.
I guess.
No, sorry,
I mean,
I
you
didn't.
don't have to. I can go. I'm good.
Might as well. You need just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
Before
So,
we
Leo-
leave, though, I turn around and look at Vasher's sword. You're not limited telepathy yet. Can you hear me?
You
Yeah.
go ahead and roll an Arcana. A religion check.
Roll
Okay.
a Constitution save.
Yeah, it's mostly I can't. Technically,
You're
I
a
can't do
warlock
it, but-
now.
Roll an Intelligence save.
With a 9, you use limited telepathy to kind of like speak your emotions and thoughts towards Vasher's sword, and in the back of your mind, you just hear a light angelic choir for a few seconds before it fades.
That's not what I was expecting. Anyway. Alright.
All right, so Leo and Raylan start heading out. So what are the rest of you going to be doing?
I'm just gonna wait to see if I can get my sheath,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and undecal the knight's chainmail. That way it just looks like normal chainmail.
I am going to shower, and after that, I'm going to go through my various books and tomes and look for any mention of a temple in the was it the Yule Peak Mountains that Zala was talking about?
Okay.
I said it's the
Titan Spine Mountains.
Titan Spine. Yes,
Titan Spine.
I had to remember what it's called looking at the map. Yeah, Titan Spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to look for after I shower.
Temple in the Titan Spine Mountains, pertaining to.
Magic, just any kind of temple there that has to do with some sort of ancient magics or anything like that.
Anything
Okay.
Zala mentioned, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything, or the rest of you just kind of waiting?
I'm gonna shower and try to clean all of my clothes since
Okay.
I imagine they're
And Vasher's mom's clothes.
and I will try to clean, see if I can get those blood stains out. But that's it.
Yeah. I want to. Have I seen like a stream or anything in the city?
A stream?
Yeah.
You haven't seen any open flowing water in the city. You have seen a couple of like wells kind of situated throughout the space, but no free flowing water.
Nice urban city. Gross. Okay, then I'll clean my clothes in the rain, and I want to look for a medium-sized piece of wood also, and I want to dry my clothes and my wood during the however long it takes to get food.
Okay, then let me do a couple checks here. For Tethrin, go ahead and make an investigation check. Yeska, go ahead and make a. One second. Yeska, go ahead and make just
Jesus.
a
I'm gonna-
perception check, just to look for a block of wood.
I'm gonna use my thing to reroll.
Okay.
For a shower.
29.
Nice.
And who else was doing something?
Can I actually search the guild hall for an umbrella? That's what I actually want to do.
All right, roll an investigation check. Vasher, what did you say you were doing? You were just waiting.
Yeah,
Just
I'm waiting
hanging
for
out.
the sheath, and and fixing the armor.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
it doesn't look like knight's armor.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me.
Sleight of hand, not my best. Will be a +0, so just a straight roll. That's not too bad.
Okay. Tethrin, looking through your tomes, specifically in the Titan Spine Mountains, there are mentions of several different temples. Not necessarily pertaining to magic specifically, but you do notice that there are mentions of different gods or deities that have kind of alignments or locks within the Titan Spine Mountains. specifically, you do hear about places that are very rich with different types of like natural energy, kind of like well springs of power that kind of radiate throughout all of Sephiria and just Pangrath in general. These well springs are fairly hidden or guarded by any people that kind of have settled or found these before. It's entirely possible that the Titan Spine Mountain has some of these, and possibly a temple has been erected around them. But nothing like specific. That was with a 29. Jessica, with the 5, you find a plank of wood that looks serviceable, if not a little rotted away.
Oh, I don't really want a plank. I want like a small branch if I could find one.
Well, you found
if it's a plank, I'll just leave it.
You definitely found a plank of wood that's slightly rotted. You can find a fairly flat stone if that assists, but that's...
Well, I do need a stone to wash my clothes with, but no, I'll just leave a plank. I don't want to steal a plank.
Okay. So that was all of you. Ragnar, you want to sketch ideas for a new weapon?
Yes.
All right.
To kill us all with.
Do you want to give me any details on this weapon?
I have some thoughts.
Got 6 barrels. One for each of you.
Fully automatic sniper rifle.
That's going to be incredibly difficult.
No. For the first idea, I guess I want to try and drop a sketch that can somehow turn my mechanical arm into a one-shot grenade launcher.
Oh, so kind of like a just one of those attachments that you find underneath like those guns in Call of Duty, where it's just like a mortar shell.
Yeah, that or like my
Like a
hand
wrist
like
rocket.
pop. Yeah, my hand like pops open or shoots up there.
Little
Or,
wrist rocket.
What are you, 17?
Watch those wrist rockets.
watch
Okay.
those first rockets.
So you start to sketch out this kind of like concept. I'd say that using anything with your left arm, with something that heavy loaded until you get used to it would give you some kind of disadvantage for a little bit. But once you've kind of attuned to using something like that, it's entirely possible that you wouldn't have any detriments to it.
Okay.
And then you'd also have to manufacture some kind of explosive device that goes along that. So
Yeah, I figured I could use my alchemy skills and take care of that side of my own.
yeah, but I'm just saying that these are multiple things that you'd have to work on to make this one functional weapon.
Yeah.
So entirely doable. Send me those bullet points.
Okay.
On Discord or something, so I have them, and then we, when you want to tinker on those, you can attempt it when you have some downtime.
Okay.
Do you have another idea for a weapon?
I mean, I have many ideas for weapons, but I'll do
You said
one at a...
you said 2, so I was just
we'll just stick with that one for now. We'll do it we'll take it one at a time.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, you start kind of sketching out some ideas for this. Zala, with your sleight of hand, your investigation, what were you looking for?
I was just thinking if I could find an umbrella.
An umbrella?
That's it.
You don't find an umbrella in the immediate area in the guest quarters. As you kind of go down the stairs to the second floor, you do notice that these are like member quarters. So there are rooms here, each of them with the sigil of the Diamond Crown, which is just a blue crown embedded with a light gold trim on the exterior of the blue. And their names are kind of emblazoned in the middle. All the doors are locked in these corridors.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't find any umbrellas just out in the open.
Just as I go back, do I get the sense that unlocking one of these doors would cause some sort of magical alarm to go off?
You have no idea.
All right. Do I see any runes etched into any of the door frames as I walk back?
Any what?
Like runes or anything like that to see if they're like magically
Roll an Arcana check.
A 15.
Usually with alarms, triggers, or anything like that, those are on the inside,
Right.
so they're not easily like located and disarmed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go back to my room and I'll clean up. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Leo and Raylan,
Ah,
both of you are kind of wandering through the streets. You make it to the Merchants Walk, where there are vendors that are kind of closing up early. A few of the vendors are still out trying to get their last minute wares out. Any particular food you're trying to make?
no, I'm just like I'm used to having big family style meals, I guess, with my tribe. So I'm gonna try to kind of recreate that kind of feel. I don't know what's available, so I don't know, like chicken and maybe like
Um,
vegetables and I don't know, potatoes of some kind.
Roll investigation check. Raylan, you looking for anything in particular?
No, I'm just here to support him.
Leo with
Uh,
advantage.
with advantage, and I
Yeah,
will
let's-
give myself guidance. Investigation. Okay. 2d20.
Are you trying to cook this?
So it would be a 10 plus 2, so 12.
You start looking through the space. You see a delicatessen here. You see a kind of like a grocery space with different like vegetables and such there. A bakery. You find decent places to purchase meats, vegetables, baked goods, at a variety of different prices, depending on what dishes you want to make. How many dishes are you looking to make? Because you're making big family style.
Yeah.
So one center piece, and
Right.
then several dishes, or two main dishes and several other side dishes.
Yeah, one big main dish and then several other side dishes, and then maybe some dessert or something like that.
Okay. Then I'd say just talking with people, attempting to haggle and get different like meats and cheeses and all that. It'll run you total of 4 gold total for 8 people.
Gold.
That would be the amount you'd have to achieve.
Okay.
You can roll persuasion and see if you can haggle people down.
You need help paying this, Leo.
I mean, I've got 2 gold and 6 silver. I'll be honest with you. That's all I've got.
Okay. Is that including the coin that Tethrin gave you?
That's including the gold that Tethrin. Yes.
All right. Here, I'll give him 3 gold. He'll
Ah,
take these.
thank you. And then
Actually,
I'll,
here, I'll give him 5. You can keep the remainder.
Oh, are you sure?
I don't really have a need for money. It's just kind of here. I get an allowance every once in a while.
Well, I really appreciate it. And then I'll give the 4 gold, and I'll keep 1, I guess.
Okay. Then you come back with heavily burdened with all sorts of meats, cheeses, breads, vegetables, and you make it to the recreation building. Here, there is a large open space with chairs and couches, just to lounge about. A couple of side meeting rooms, a very large kitchen, and a fancy dining hall that is used for like the entire guild to kind of come together and eat. The kitchen looks like it has been used for a while, and you set to work, starting to cook. Raylan, are you assisting with cooking, or are you just going to find everyone else?
You need any help, Leo? Or do you want to do this fiasco by yourself?
I should be okay.
Okay. I'll just be over in the
Oh,
corner.
I mean, hopefully, we'll see.
I'm sitting in the corner watching him.
Okay. After a little while of cooking and relaxing for the rest of you, eventually, I'm going to say, Leo, go ahead and roll a performance check.
Performance. Okay.
I'll give you advantage because you're making like dishes that you know how to make.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and give myself guidance again. See performance. Okay. D4. So 10, 15.
15. That's pretty good. After a short time, all of you start moving in the direction of the recreation hall. You see the large dining table is like already set with just a bunch of different dishes. It looks like some kind of hearty stew with different another main vegetable dish that was created. Several different bread, like small sandwich things with like the crusts cut off and like that have been buttered and seared to perfection. Like it's all like a lot of hearty family foods, collard greens, like mac and cheese, like
Hell
all
yeah.
this big foods, nice dinner
Comfort
rolls
food.
and biscuits. And the smell just kind of hits you all. It smells very good.
I want to like set like plates and all that out too.
Yeah, you find that stuff in the dining hall. It's all
Cool.
there.
Cool.
So all of you have entered the recreation hall, and you see the small feast that has been laid out for all of you.
Looks great. Thank you.
I'll create a crude rose with my prestidigitation and make a vase and like put it in the middle.
A small crude vase and rose are just placed next to the main dishes.
Leo, you made so much. Can we eat all of
Is it-
this?
Oh, I mean, this is how much I usually make back at the tribe. But is it too much?
That is yet to be seen, shall we?
No, this is perfect, Leo. You did very nice.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
I've never seen so many of these. What's this?
What is it?
Oh, that's macaroni and cheese. It's like a noodle, and then it's like melted cheese and mixed together.
Well, I've had cheese before.
Well, then you'll love this.
Great. I'll just take some of everything.
Okay. So are you,
Family style.
or all of you, kind of like chowing down?
Oh,
Heck
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, but I'm only eating meat.
Okay.
Gobble
I
this
just
whole
want
thing.
water.
You say you want to watch?
Just water.
Oh,
Are you watching your figures, Zala?
Wait,
Vasher, why don't you give the toast? Your parents are safe, your name's probably going to be cleared, you'll be free to move about. Those are all things to celebrate, right?
Yeah. And I'll raise a glass. Do we have like wine, or are we
Raise
just
a
drinking
glass
water?
to-
No, Leo only got food.
Yes.
Yeah, my
Oh,
bad.
I
Sure, they
did.
have
Yeah,
water.
I'd say I was gonna
Oh.
pop out a wine, so I'll bring out one of the
oh,
wines.
true.
So
Oh, Paul!
Raylan pulls out one of the most expensive wines that any of you have ever seen, and pours a glass for all of you.
Yeah, you know, Raylan, at first I thought we should sell the wine.
I don't even want to drink it.
I
But
told you I was keeping
honestly,
it.
at this point, we already took it, and we should celebrate in this victory. So, to us,
Sure.
Yeah.
To us.
To us.
Sure.
Oh, to us.
Huzzah!
You guys,
Zippity-doo-dah.
you guys drink a sip of the wine. It is exquisite. Even those of you that don't like prefer wine, it's really top-notch wine.
Okay,
As you-
afterbirth.
as you guys begin to eat, it's a little while later. You guys are all full. Most of the dishes are gone. For some reason, no one touched the weird leafy thing at the corner. But most of all the other dishes are completely gone.
The wine gone.
I made that for Zala.
why is the rum always gone?
At this point the wine's definitely gone.
Okay.
One
Zala
bottle
ate
for 8
all of
people.
the-
Like
Zala ate
Yeah,
all of
okay.
the
Let me make sure.
stuff.
Wait, is Zala just Yzma from
Yes, and I'm Kronk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll shout across.
Squeaky.
Pull the lever, squeaky, squeak, 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 squeak.
Thank you for the leafy food. It was delicious. How did you know?
Oh, you know, I'm
Miss
very
Zala.
perceptive.
Yeah, you never eat me.
I just take care of my body. What can I say?
Didn't you say that when we were eating that roast?
I try to avoid. You can't always not it.
Well, in the tribe, we always have something, that's not meat, because there are some
I
people
believe
who
your words were
don't eat not meat.
explicitly. Do you have any vegan dishes? So
Agreed. But in a time of a great feast, one makes exceptions.
right.
Anyways, Leo, that was great.
It was very, very
Ragnar,
good.
aren't you a bandit or something?
All right, no.
Keep
Yeah,
asking
how
me
did
if I was
Dasher's
a
dad
bandit.
already know you?
Hey, before we let's all just agree. Can we be just clear and communicate with one another here tonight? There's gonna be a lot thrown out, I'm sure. And if we're gonna move on and go ahead and continue to work together, at least until Vasher's name is totally clear, I think it's in everyone's best interest if we're all honest with each other. Do we all agree?
Yeah,
I don't think
that's-
Great, Leo.
am
Can
I
you
right?
cast Circle of Truth then?
No.
Wait.
Not prepared.
Catherine, if you expect trust and honesty, you can't force it on people.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, I
That's
thought
what the
Leo
spell's
could.
for. Yeah.
Right. That's for when we're interrogating someone who won't be honest with us.
That's fair.
Well, what do you
Well,
expect
Ragnar
we're about to
didn't tell us he
do?
was a bandit.
Who are we
I
not
mean-
trusting Ragnar?
There are probably a lot of people.
Quite frankly, I've only known each of you for about 3 days. I'm not sure I trust any of you quite yet.
Yeah, I don't
Here's
really.
the problem, though. Why?
And
would
I say the
Ragnar-
same to you, though.
I don't.
Well,
It's
he
not.
took my money.
It's absolutely
None of us
not
trust each
personal.
other.
It's just a matter of we've not known each other very long.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to talk much.
Sure. But
And that's just
if
how
we're
it
not
is.
gonna trust each other to be honest, anyways, then
Well, there's a
do we
difference
trust
between
each
trusting each other to be honest and guaranteeing somebody is honest. So,
You know what?
Catherine, I think you and I just have a fundamental difference of opinion on how this should go, but
I think we all have.
it's up to Leo ultimately.
I have to agree with Vash on this, and
I'm
we don't
with
agree that
Vasher.
often.
Everyone helped Vasher, helped find his parents, so
Yeah,
If
I
we
don't
think
think
anyone
you'll
is a
need me.
Yeah,
Everyone's
if
good
anyone
in my
is a
book.
dishonest scoundrel, then
Doesn't
they
make
probably
them
wouldn't have
good.
agreed to help.
well, here's the situation, Vasher. You're being chased by the Silk. Ragnar is potentially a drug lord. Zal is being chased by a powerful magical organization. Leo's being chased by the Butcher, and Raylan was once or has connections to the Silk. So there's plenty of reasons to not trust everybody at this table,
Right?
except for
So what's your-
Yeska, who seems to
Yeah.
be pretty wholesome for the most part.
Yeah, there's nothing.
You
I found him in
passed
the middle
out.
of the woods.
I mean, which is somewhat suspicious, but we're not going to touch on that.
Not really. That's just odd.
You don't find suspicion when finding.
yeah, I thought you were gonna arrest Raylan.
Yeah, I saw it. He was pretty eager to.
Can
sure
I
do.
just say that I've really enjoyed working with you guys, and I've really learned a lot.
No, you can't say that.
Oh,
We're having an
okay.
argument
Yeah, it's
on
been fun,
trust.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo, you're fine.
You were a good man, Leo.
Yeah,
I
back
appreciate
to
your-
Ragnar. I think he was gonna say something.
Back to Rag.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure he's going to say anything.
Ragnar.
No, he will. Ragnar.
Does he look uncomfortable or irritated?
Hold on, Blake. Can you talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay.
He's just been silent.
No, I just saw the. I was looking at the icon on Discord. It was like not working for me.
He always mutes himself.
So what was the question about Ragnar? Sorry.
Does he
There
look
was no
uncomfortable?
question yet,
The
right?
question is
No.
Ragnar? Question mark?
Does he look uncomfortable or irritated? Through his eyes.
Roll
Roll
an
My
insight.
eyes are voidless. Nice try.
His voiceless eyes.
Exactly. So therefore, we should see him.
Sam, I don't know shit. Right?
I mean, the dude's wearing a mask. Like it's hard to read him.
What are you thinking about?
Also, the entire time he was eating, you noticed his plate getting like emptier and emptier, but you never saw him like
He's
I wasn't
Kakashi.
even watching him. I was just eating.
you never
Yeah.
saw food move up to his mouth.
Interesting.
Well, I suppose we'll begin with the Ragnar topic then. Ragnar, can you explain as to why you're being accused of being a drug lord who all of this was set up for?
I don't
It's
think
not
anyone
me,
accused
guys.
me.
I didn't do it.
That's it. That's all you have.
So are you Ragnar?
Yes.
Are you
That
the
is
same
my name.
Ragnar?
Do I believe that that's really his name? I don't know.
I mean,
I
roll
don't-
insight, I suppose.
guess,
Like
yeah.
it's a really hard one to
I mean,
gauge just off of that information.
Yeah.
good enough for me.
But I'm gonna try. I sure
I mean,
am gonna
that's what
try.
Thatcher said.
Well,
It
the
wasn't him.
with a 23, I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth. But you're not sure what truth.
Okay. Well, are you the bad Ragnar or a different Ragnar?
Probably the different one.
Oh, okay.
It really depends on who you ask.
Did you know there was another Ragnar?
Yes.
Okay, well, look, there's a good Ragnar and a bad Ragnar.
Well, good is.
Next topic.
Yes, he did help us.
Next up.
Is this other Ragnar going to come after you in any
Yeah.
capacity?
Does he know that there's a good Ragnar?
Oh, like they're twin brothers or something?
Are you hunting bad Ragnar?
Wait, one question at a time here.
Yeah, they don't have.
I'm getting
I thought
bombarded
we-
here.
I thought we changed the subject.
No.
Okay, wait, which one do you want me to answer?
Does bad Ragnar know about good Ragnar?
I don't know.
Are you hunting him?
Yes.
Is he
All
hunting
right,
you?
Nope. That's
I
good
don't
enough
know.
For me.
I don't know.
That's good enough for me.
Okay.
How do you know of this other Ragnar? Why are you hunting him?
He's a bad guy. I don't know what he's into. I just know he's not a nice person.
Then why'd you take his name?
What do you mean?
I thought it was an uncommon name. If I, introduced myself, I could see if people's reactions would know that name or not.
Wait, your name's not Ragnar?
It is.
But I thought you stole that name.
It's my name now.
It's illegal.
Wait, who named you?
Jessica, who names anyone? You get to decide for yourself your name in the end.
I didn't.
I mean, my
Your
name is
parents
Gerard to some
typically
people.
name-
That-
I was
Jessica,
named as a
sounds
baby.
Like you're not even free, so
You guys chose your names? Father
No.
Tomlin just told me my name was Yeska.
You
anyone
guys are
can
getting
choose-
names?
Anyone
My mother
can
told
choose
me my
what they
name.
want to be. Do you want to rename yourself now?
No.
What about Ragnar? You could name yourself Ragnar.
Well, that is a cool name.
It's true.
But no.
Feel free.
Don't
No.
worry, Yeska. My name was given to me as well. You have nothing to.
Are we the weird ones?
I don't think so.
What's wrong with this
No,
place?
mine was also given to me.
Oh.
No, mine was also
Look,
given.
are
to
we
me.
done grilling me now? Do y'all feel comfortable enough?
I was
I
done
do.
about 30 questions ago.
It's kind of insulting that you would think bad of me after everything I've done anyways.
Again, I agree.
Well, I just didn't know.
I mean,
you could be
thought,
a bandit.
You thought Vasher killed, his friend at first, but
No,
We
I
thought
never
that he
did think
didn't.
that.
hmm,
That's why I was the first one to accept the quest to help him there, right?
That's true.
That's true.
And I paid you.
Yes, but that's because that's my job.
even though you didn't have to.
You didn't pay him. You just sign up for that. It's kind of your fault.
Well,
All right,
anyway,
who's next on the chopping block?
a chopping block.
Or sorry, the
Are we
hot
kicking Zala out?
seat. No. What?
It was
That-
a chopping block.
That is a question.
All right, which one of us is getting voted off the island? We need to.
Who's the imposter?
Welcome to
Based
Tribal
on
Council,
imposter.
everybody.
Unless it's Ragnar. But he said he's not.
Right.
I thought we were going to talk about the trial and however that works.
Let's
Yeah, we don't know.
let's not
Probably
get
not.
there.
Anyone-
We don't. I don't think we should talk about that until Pestle gets back.
That's fair.
But what if
Well, what
Pestle doesn't
about-
come back? Last time he didn't come back. We had to go find him in a hole.
That's true.
Depending a little bit too much on him.
Well, what about after the trial? Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah, we still have to do this paper thing, so Pestle
before
will show me to Brother Marcus.
right before that, Leo, do you have any conceivable idea as to why there's a large were-tiger man after you?
No, we ran into him when we were first working for Andean and Pestle on the road, and then he was trying to get Lady Frenda. I kind of look around the room
Roll a
a
perception
little
check.
nervously.
There's a flash of lightning, and suddenly, right behind Leo,
The bush, yeah.
With a 23, you look around the fairly open space. You do not see any other living beings.
he's undead.
Living. Yeah.
I forgot about him. He's a
There's
bandit,
a
right?
weird box.
Yeah, he was trying to get her, and I'm kind of talking a little quieter now. And he attacked us, and then he got away, but he said he had my scent or something, and
That's kind of weird.
he's-
I don't smell anything.
well, I'll be honest, he kind of is here in Yule
What?
Break.
Here?
Well, not here. Well, I
Look
hope he's not here.
Roll a perception check.
I really should.
I can't roll higher than
He told me not to
23.
tell anyone, but I trust y'all. So
Okay.
I don't know
Um,
what he's doing here, but I think he's here.
Do you think he's Ragnar? Maybe he changed his name.
Well,
That
his
is a
name
possibility.
his name is actually Tom.
Oh.
Father, Tom.
So there's a good Tommen and a bad Tommen too. Is it like
Am
this
I
for
wrong in
everyone?
that?
I don't recall that bit of information.
It is.
You never told us in the campaign. You told us outside of the campaign about Tommen the Ravager, who was hung from the Yule tree. Only man
Well-
ever hung from the Yule tree.
We were told that in game
Oh, were you?
in our Session Zero. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Oh, the legend.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, the legend.
we were told the legend.
Entirely possible.
This,
Okay.
what Leo says is true, and we really probably shouldn't talk about it in the open.
We're not in the open.
Wait, so do you guys think I'm the good Yeska or the bad one?
No, there's not
Is
two
there
of
another
everybody.
Yeska?
You're a good Yeska.
Look,
I don't know.
Be a
Oh.
bad yes.
You've been pretty intimidating. You might be both.
Yeah, he looked very angry last.
You can
Your
be
eyes
both.
were glowing, and
Yeah.
I mean, don't
that,
get me wrong. It was cool.
well, that happens from time to time.
It was pretty cool.
Usually when I see bad people, I look at
Well-
Ragnar.
Yes. Wait, I look at Yeska then.
I imagine every time someone looks at Ragnar, he's looking back with like an absent stare of the mask, and there's just like a deep.
If you stare into my eyes long enough, they start lighting up the same color back at you.
Wait, which color?
Yeah, color
Whatever
your
color
eye.
your eyes.
Oh, I see.
That's cute.
It's really hot.
all right, let's move on then. Raylan, what are your connections to the Silk?
As far as I know, someone I know might be a part of them now.
Got it.
It's not confirmed. It's just only been rumored, and I don't trust these people. So
You don't trust which people?
yeah, Silk.
Right.
Like
Okay.
they willingly chose to, or they were captured.
I have no idea. All I know is that they're with them. That's all the information I've been
Maybe
given.
they need. Yeah, maybe they need saved.
You know, we're asking a lot more questions than I thought we were.
Yeah, I wasn't supposing this
Sorry,
was going to be an
was that-
interrogation of everybody.
Sorry, sorry, Raylan. I wasn't trying to pry or anything.
I mean, I have almost nothing to hide.
Do I need to start asking questions?
Yeah, Yeska, where are you from? What's your
I don't know.
brother's
Yes,
name?
what kind of questions do you have?
Leo, how tall are you really?
I'll stand up. I'm 7'3".
Do we use feet and inches?
I'm 7 crab apples.
I'm
might
3
as well be.
Zolas.
This world does have its own measurement system, but I figured using that in this campaign would be kind of egregious. So
Or like
Yeah.
1.5 Zolas, actually.
Oh, okay,
No, like 3
that is
Zolas.
pretty tall.
He's like 3 of me, probably.
Yeah, 3 Raylins,
Actually,
1.5.
5
just do.
Raylands.
And you,
3
Ragnar,
Zolas.
is that what your face looks like? Is that your face?
Yes.
Do you have a face?
No.
Okay. Catherine and Zala, why are your ears so pointy?
What else?
It's because
That's-
I look at Catherine.
That's the correct answer.
Is Yeska a human?
are you asking Yeska?
Visually, what
does
does
he
Yeska look like?
visually look human?
He visually looks
remember.
human.
Okay.
He has a little mask over his mouth.
No,
Did it
my
burn?
mask is
It
gone.
burned away.
Yeah.
Does
I
his
feel,
face?
like the mask has burned away multiple times, and I just figured he had more masks. That's why.
No, it has twice now. My real mask and then my gas mask.
Got it. Okay.
Does his mouth area look normal?
He looks
Okay.
human-ish.
What happened to your mask?
I think it blew away.
Why were you wearing one?
You know, when it got really bright in the room.
Were you wearing for protection or something? Like
Yeah.
like what we did in
I
the
thought I was
mines?
still asking the questions.
Too slow.
Back at the monastery, Father Tommen gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
He gave you the mask. Did he say why he gave you the mask?
I think it was because I heard that someone who looks like you with the ears.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. No more questions.
Am I asking the questions again?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Any more questions?
Vasha, what is that? What is the tail for? Can you stand on it?
I
Can
don't
you
think I've
grab
ever
things
tried.
with it?
I'm gonna try and just stand on my tail.
So just only your tail to support you.
Is it an appendage that I can maneuver?
Roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
I don't know.
Roll a tribute besson.
Please be a 1.
An
Hey.
8.
With an 8, you see him kind of like stoop backwards on his tail, and he balances for a few seconds until like the sheer muscle of the tail just kind of gives way, and he collapses.
I actually am not sure what the purpose of the tail is. I've never thought about it, but I think it's for balance.
Okay. Raylan,
Yeah,
who was that
yeah.
weird man who came up to you in the middle of the street and gave you something?
Oh, he was my best friend, Gerard.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
I've
I
never met
know
Gerald.
Gerald is fake.
I
was
thought we made him
there.
up.
No, he's based off a true person.
insight.
Roll inside.
I don't believe that shit for 2 seconds.
That's a lie.
Can we meet him?
I can test this with deception. or then straight.
18.
Yeah, go ahead and contest it with deception if you want.
17.
Oh,
Nice.
Hard face lie.
Easy.
It's like a joking lie.
Yeah, it seems like a silly lie.
Yeah, that's.
Can-
We
It's
all
a
know that's
fib.
not a real person.
Wait, he's not? Then who was that? Raylan?
He's, as far as I know, he's my best friend, Gerald. But he seems to think differently. I'm kidding. He was a courier. He gave me a package I have to deliver later.
Okay, why didn't you say so?
It's always good fun to mess with people.
Okay, I think I asked enough questions.
I have one. Tethrin,
Hmm.
where did you get those pants? They're very cool.
Oh, I traveled here with a nomadic group, and as we were traveling, there was a little stall that had different patterns of pantaloons, and this black, gray, and white, I forget the name of the pattern, it'll come to me. Yeah, they just had them there, and I thought they were neat, so I had some coin, and I got some pants.
And that concludes my questioning. Thank you.
I
very
have a
much.
question. Where did you get your watch necklace from?
Um,
Oh yeah, that is kind of cool.
I've had it for a very long time. It was a family heirloom of sorts. I believe it came from my mother's side, and I took it when I left home.
Interesting. How long ago did you leave home?
Around 70-ish years ago.
Amazing. All right. End of my
70 years.
questions.
Yep. Pretty good.
That's a long time.
He's
How old are you?
Around 90.
What? You look so young.
For an elf, I am young, but 100 years is a long time for humans, I suppose.
Yes, you would die in 100 years.
I'm
Yeah, that's about
Raylan.
5 times as
Or
long as
Yeska.
I've been
Wait, why did you say
Yeska.
Raylan?
Yeska, you would die in
Right.
100 years.
I'm 83 years younger than 100.
Well, to put it in perspective for you, most elves aren't even considered adults until about 150, so
Oh, so you're like a child. You're like Raylan.
I don't know about
I'm
that.
older. I'm pretty sure I'm
he's
older
more
than you,
like
Yeska.
Basher from what I
What?
understand.
Yeah, I'm older than both of you.
You're
No.
older than me?
Yes.
Actually, Yeska, you and I are the same age, but physically I'm more mature than Tethrin.
I don't know
Are
about
you?
that.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. My people are genetically, we physically become adults sooner. Than
Why is
elves.
everything
Well, so do
strange
elves.
here?
Elves reach physical maturity at around age 20.
Oh.
You've been topped,
Alright, well,
bitch.
never mind.
Well, how old is Raylan?
I
Oh,
don't know.
you don't want to know that.
Like 6?
If we didn't want to know it, we wouldn't have asked. So
You were the one
Ah.
that brought it up. You said I'm more mature than you. You had
I
this
said
big-
I'm older. I didn't say I was more mature.
I feel like this conversation got really
Leo-
strange.
Yeah, it's
Leo
it's
starts
stupid.
daydreaming and zoning out. He's like looking around.
As
I got my-
the conversation starts to devolve, and all of you are just talking to kind of pass the time as the rain continues to torrent on in the exterior of the recreation hall. The doors on the far side push open. You see a familiar halfling walking in your guys' direction. He is now wearing a bright purple suit, also suede, with a white undershirt and a small cravat. His hair is kind of neatly combed over to the side, like he normally has it, but his expression is fairly dour. As behind him, you also see a Knight of Sephiria walking, kind of flanking his side. And standing behind him is Bryn, looking fairly thorny in your guys' direction. And she says, I have a few questions of my own, if you don't mind my asking.
how did you know we
Oh,
were
sure.
asking questions?
We could all hear you from outside the door.
Fair enough.
Fessel insisted that we wait. I did. It was cute. I won't lie.
I appreciate it. We haven't
Then
had
why'd
much
you slam the
downtime.
door?
How old
So-
are you, Pestle?
That's cute.
What?
Come on. So he starts issuing Bryn in you guys' direction. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break.
Cool. I got to pee.
So, coming back, Pestle leads Bryn into the chamber. The doors kind of close behind the two of them as they walk in the direction of the large dining table. As they get to the forefront of the table, all of you are kind of like still in a slight stupor, but this has kind of woken you up from your like after dinner conversation. The storm is still raging outside of the hall, and you see that both of them, while they had been walking through the storm, seem untouched by the rain. Pestle says, "Well, I was trying to do, what I do, to kind of push Vasher's trial a little bit further, but then Bryn caught me. So I got to talking with her, and I convinced her to come down here and listen to your case, Vasher."
Oh.
Told you should have prepared.
Yeah, I really feel like we should have got a little more time to prepare, but what would you like to hear, Bryn?
Bryn kind of steps forward. You see, like, she's in full regalia for the nights. And like I said before, she seems untouched by the rain at the moment. She speaks up. First of all, I just want to say, Vasher, that your record was fairly good leading up to your infraction with the whole Danathar situation. So I guess my first question is, why did you run?
Well, let's put into context the things that happened that led to his death. We were investigating. We got caught off guard by a man, twice our size. I think you met him, right, Gunbin?
Yes, I didn't meet him.
Yeah. I was fighting with him. Danathar pushed me, after saving my life from a blow that would have killed me. Picked me up and said, "You need to run and go get help." And as I did try to run, I watched him get butchered and cut down and laid low. So then I went and called the guards that were at the closest gate, and in a panic and fear, I ran, not really knowing what to do.
You see, where that last part of your story makes all of this much more difficult.
Right. I understand.
You actively abandoned your duty. You went to seek for help, which is understandable, but then you didn't turn around and aid that help into, the fray of what you were trying to investigate. You effectively just abandoned your post, period. And another thing, you weren't even supposed to be in that section of watch in the first place. Why were you there?
Danathar got permission.
We have no record of anyone getting permission for that kind of scouting mission.
Well, if I remember correctly, after I complained to Commander Tazik, and he was like, "No," then Danathar said, "I'll take you out on patrol, and we'll go and look at it. And if anything's weird, we'll investigate." And I said, "Okay, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense." And your husband told me that this was going on.
Don't
That he
bring my
knew
husband
that
into
there'd
this.
be something. What did she
shit.
say?
Don't bring my husband into this. He's getting his own.
Oh, right, fair enough. So Danathar took me out since, he had the authority to do that, and I assumed that he had filled out all the paperwork for it to be fine, and we win.
That was a poor assumption on your part.
I don't know about poor assumption. I think it's pretty reasonable.
In any case, you ran. My next question is, where were you for the subsequent days?
Oh, we'll meet my friend Yeska.
Hey. Hello.
I ran out to the woods that are north of here, right? North.
Yeah.
And I found this young man, and then I traveled back with a caravan, along with this green fellow. Oh, Raylan, what are you?
A person.
All right, this person, and then we encountered some silk agents that were attacking this caravan, and then we came back to the city where I was promptly arrested, and I kind of feel like the rest of this is, we're up to speed.
Yes, about that. You were arrested, but then you were let go. Who made the arrest?
Tazik and the crew that was with him.
So Tazik arrested you and then just let you roam freely through the streets. Did he question you?
No, what he did tell me though was Silk knows what you've done. And that they're after me, is what I think he said, but it's been quite a few chaotic days. He basically just says they know what you've done, and that was pretty much it. He said, don't leave the city or you'll be an enemy of Severia.
Okay.
So,
Then-
I stayed in the city.
My last question, and if you're cooperative with this last question and give me all the information you have, I'll tell you what I have.
Oh, alright.
What information do you have pertaining to T. Onkfind?
And I'll look to the party.
Oh, is that where any of us jump in, or?
Yeah, if y'all wanna hop in, I feel like y'all understand the notes.
Lady Brain, it's good to see you again. It's been about a day. Yeah, I can go ahead and give you some information about our good friend Thane Onkfind, if you'd like to have a seat.
I prefer to stand. Thank you.
That's strange, but I'll continue nonetheless. So, our first mentioning of T. Onkfind that we found was actually in Vasher's home before it was burnt to a crisp. It turns out Vasher's father actually had a search warrant for his properties, which is the reason we believe actually why the White Spine residence was targeted to begin with.
We do have a record of a search warrant being issued to a person in regard to an investigation that Vasher's father had, but we do not have a record of whom he was searching.
Well,
it seems that those records went missing.
Here you go, and I will hand her the search warrant because we still have it.
What's wrong with you?
Well, we would like to keep that, though.
Well,
She takes it and
can read it. Yeah.
She skims through it real quick. Understood. She hands it back.
Great, thanks. So after that, that's when we started getting hunted down by Gunbin because we were on his track. Trying to piece things together chronologically. The two people who burned down Vasher's home, we caught one of them. They both admitted to working for Gunbin. We found another one later on that day. We interrogated him. He said he was working for a man named Thane, who turns out T. Onkfind is Thane Onkfind. And turns out Thane Onkfind has a warehouse in the shipping yards full of illegal contraband. Ragnar found it. He could speak more to that. Should he decide to open his mouth?
I'm not interrupting you.
No. I just mean you've been quiet all night. It's been... Anyway. And yeah, that's basically led us to where we are now. That's about as much as I know about T. Onkfind. I know, as far as I can tell, he seems to be a pretty higher up in Silk. It seems a lot of these threads all lead back to him, including the poison, including Gunbin, including the attack on Vasher's home and family. So, take that all as you will. I've said my piece. If anybody has anything to add that I may have missed.
Well,
We have a report of a young man being taken into custody by Antonio.
Yeah.
But we do not have the man in custody. It seems that as soon as he was put into a holding cell, maybe an hour later, someone released him.
Nice.
See, that does track, because we have under reasonable belief that there is a sect of the Knights of Severia who are corrupt and are actually working with the Silk, so...
Yeah, this might be important to say. Tethrin said a lot, but my dad said that Danathar and T. Onkfind are the same person.
there we go.
That's probably pretty important to say.
When did you learn that?
Oh, that was last night. This morning? When did we get back?
That was a couple
While we were
hours ago.
walking.
Literally a few hours ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it's before we
Look,
split.
you can't say that this hasn't been a traumatic and long series of events that have all kind of ran
Well,
together.
that's new information for me. That leads me to believe Danathar's not even dead to begin with, so...
Yeah.
That
So
kind of
that's what-
tracks it kind of tracks that with our information. Mainly because no one has been allowed access to the body of Danathar.
Yeah. I think Commander Tazik, I thought this, when this all first kind of started, before Danathar and I went out on mission, I'm giving like an 80 to 90%, thought that he's connected with the silk.
You're very close, Vasher.
Oh,
But
all right.
you've just missed the mark.
Oh no.
She's working with the silk.
She pulls out a gun.
I was waiting.
Um,
Please.
I said that out loud, but as Yeska, not Yeska, as Raylan.
You're not too far off, Raylan, she says.
God.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
I have it under good authority that the silk has nothing to do with this. See, for us, having a structured criminal underground is beneficial. It means that normally, when bad things go down, someone takes credit. The silk normally lets us know if it was them or not. I'm not saying that I work with them because I want to. I work with them because the system works in this manner.
Well, that seems like a bad system.
It
Didn't I
doesn't
tell
really
you?
make that much sense.
Yeah. Didn't I tell you everybody had a little bit of bad Vasher?
All right.
By that I mean I have someone on the inside with the silk.
Okay.
There is such a thing as operations that kind of run in tandem. We have people that can gather information for us from the silk to define what is and what isn't from a massive criminal organization and what is a lay group.
So is the place full of the light bug part of the silk? The
No.
warehouse on the
It is not.
So it's a
Well, I
different
got
lying.
than
Raylan, go ahead and roll insight.
Jesus, she might be trying to cover.
the
her
low rate goods SFI to be specific.
Haha,
Wait.
6.
With a 6, you honestly can't tell anymore. It's very convoluted at this point.
My rolls are
Yeah,
shit.
Leo is totally lost.
She says, Vasher, if you had gone through the proper channels to attempt to discern if what you had seen was something from the silk, we would have been able to figure it out and stop it. But you decided to investigate it on your own, and now you're in this mess.
Well, any system that doesn't abide by what's good kind
Is
of
the
feels like a
broken
bad
system? Is a system that doesn't work? Do you see people living their lives? Do you see the entire kingdom holding itself together? Do you have a better system, Vasher? Because if you do, I'll march with you right now. We're with the system that we have.
Right, but that doesn't mean it's good. You can't disagree with that. What, just because something works
Why?
means
How?
that it's the best?
At what point have I disagreed with you, Vasher? No one's
Okay.
happy about this arrangement.
All right. So why are we not trying to fix it, to make it better?
Because it's rooted so much deeper than what you can imagine right now, Vasher. We keep people safe. That is the knight's duty. We make sure that the people live their lives. If we have to control some of that evil, it's better than just letting it run loose. And that's something you're going to have to understand.
I'm just gonna glare.
Nice.
The system could be made better, and you know it.
Well, regardless, Bryn, does this sigil mean anything to you? And I'm going to minor illusion that altered Crimson Horde sigil that we saw in the down below in the fungal mines.
Yeah, we found that sigil several other places too.
If it's not silk, I imagine that's the group.
It's an offshoot of the Crimson Horde. Think of them as radicalists. Not that I'm a fan of the Crimson Horde to begin with.
Well,
They're heavily armed marauders, as far as I'm concerned. They're primarily they work out of. Let me pull this up real quick.
there's the question.
They primarily work out of Hiffen. That's their guild center. the Lord there kind of has control over the Crimson Horde, but there is a radicalist group within them called the Crimson of Thaun. It's a deity, a being of some kind. I'm not sure, and honestly, I don't care. These Crimson of Thaun were first kind of pegged here in the city a little while ago, and there has been an ongoing investigation, and it looks like they're trying to pin all of this on the Silk. They're moving something, a big shipment of something. This light bug that you mentioned, she points at you, Ragnar.
Mm-hmm.
And to be perfectly honest, with the erratic behavior that you displayed, Basher, we assumed that you had something to do with it. It kind of threw us. It threw us off the trail for a little bit.
Well, that might be somewhat fair, but also a little out of character.
If I may ask, if they're trying to blame the Silk, then aren't the Silk going to try to fight back and show that they're not responsible for it?
The Silk doesn't know of our inquest yet. We're trying to prevent as much bloodshed as possible.
Ah. All right, that's fine. I would just let the two, underground organizations, duel it out and
In the middle of a populated city?
Sure.
No, wait, Zala, I agreed with you up until you said in the city. That's bad.
We're getting off track. Bryn, could you continue with the information, please?
Up until recently, we had a good idea of how this T-Onkpine's operations were going, and we kind of wrapped it together with the Central Market Exchange. We opened an inquest with them to attempt to find any financial reasoning for the movements and tracking of this T-Onkpine, and we found that some Goliath was dealing with heavy shipments. We were trying to figure out where they were shipping to when Denethor perished. All of a sudden, all of our information got scattered. People were burning files. Key pieces of evidence were being destroyed. We figured there is someone within the Knight's ranks who is currently purging all information, and as far as I can tell, they're trying to make a run for it.
Well, my best guess would be Tazik, unless you know more than that.
Tazik hasn't reported for duty since your arrest.
I feel like we've got a lead and a suspect.
I agree.
So,
But we don't have T-Onk find.
You could
yep.
I'm gonna limited telepathy Basher. Are you gonna tell it? Wait, do I know that Denethor was located with Tiong Fine, or this was talked about while we were walking?
Yeah, we
talked
talked
about it.
Yeah. I already told her.
That they're the same person.
Why don't you say Denethor?
We'll say that one more time.
I was just asking why he doesn't just call him Denethor. Tiong Fine might as well.
Because we don't know if Denethor and Tiong Find are 100% the same person. We just have a good amount of certainty, but also since no one's seen the remains, maybe there was some escape route that they took in the market. And maybe Denethor isn't dead and is trying to get off with Dazik. Maybe they're leaving the city.
If T-Onk find is the same person as Denethor, there's a good reason why the body doesn't want to be displayed.
Yeah, probably.
There is no body.
That's true.
And to make the wrinkles worse in all of this, we managed to track down a known associate of this T-Onk find. County Lord Singlock.
Wait. Say that name
know
again.
him.
Say that name
We
again,
know that
please.
name.
County Lord Singlock,
Is,
who is an avid supporter of the Crimson Horde.
good question. Is y'all said you captured him? How
We
you
can't-
linked him?
We can't just barge into a county lord's estate without Very good reason.
Well,
Oh,
I can kill 2 birds with
You-
1 stone then.
you can't, but since I've been dismissed, and we work for an independent
Vasher,
contractor.
shut up real quick.
No,
I have,
all right.
trust me,
No.
I literally have a package for this dipshit.
Oh, perfect.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I have some business to deal with him.
Raylan, you
If
may
this-
want to
if-
be a bit more careful with your words in front of Lady Bryn, who is a
Why?
knight of Sephiria.
That's lovely. I don't
Okay,
care for
I'm
them.
just letting you know.
That's fine.
What's in-
I'm giving her a fucking thing, so I don't think she's gonna want to arrest me quite
What's
yet.
what's in the package for Singlock?
I don't know. I was told not to open it.
By who?
My boss.
And that would be?
You might know it. She's Jackie Zolston up in Selwyn.
Could you say that name again?
Jackie Zolston.
Jackie Soul.
Jackie Solston.
Jackie Solston of Salem.
Yeah.
She makes a note. So you have an in with the Singlock.
Apparently so. Whatever gets me this package done quicker. I've been needing to do it for quite some time.
We don't have enough evidence or information to support an invasion of the Singlock estate in the Garden Top. However, if you found a person while you were delivering a package to the estate of Singlock that matched the description of Danithar or Tiong find, we would have enough information to at least make an inquest and possibly an arrest.
So you want us to break into his house?
No, I want you to deliver the package
Oh yeah.
and scout around and see if you see anyone that may pertain to the visage or look of this Tiong find. And if you happen to give us this very convincing information, then maybe Vasher had nothing to do with this whatsoever.
Well,
Right.
that's
See
not-
that
that's-
we
it's-
would be
Wait.
happy to help you, but we have a very busy day tomorrow with this trial and everything. So
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I'm not really concerned with that. Anyway,
I
Uh,
forgot.
Go ahead
besides,
and roll a persuasion check. With advantage, because
10.
10 total.
Yeah.
Raylan, you were saying?
oh, besides, I have no interest. Well, so I have some sting in Vasher, but really, if I do this thing for you, I'm going to need to return.
All right. How about I overlook the fact that you have several known associates with several high-profile characters.
What are those associates?
It depends on whether or not you assist with this.
No, that's lovely. I don't really care. I can most likely prove my way out of that. I have had no things with any of these people. You're going off one package.
Yeah, one package with possibly a paper trail.
Maybe. I'm just a courier at this point. I can tell you the courier who gave it to me too, if you want to track him.
Okay. Theoretically. What would persuade you to assist in this investigation?
Well, first, I need to track down 2 people. One being a lady named Shaden, and then another one being some help with a case for the leading stag, actually. A ranger named Atalanta Vidi.
What would Atlanta need with us?
No, I just need her to track her down. She's been missing for a couple of days, apparently. And I've been tied up with this entire silk.
I can assure you she's not been missing.
Oh. What do you know about her?
Because
Atlanta's
we
the
took
one
the
that we know.
contract where when she was missing and we actually found her, so Ragnar and I. That was about a week ago.
That is our specialty.
She was fine. She was in the Marmalade Inn yesterday. Unless something's happened between now and then, in which case.
Is Atlanta Vidi the tiefling?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one with the tiger?
Got him
Big ranger. Oh, yeah.
under your nose the whole time.
Raylan completely forgot. He wasn't even looking at the name. He's only thought about this now. because you could have gained something from it. That's interesting. I'll talk to her later then. But yeah, just look up Shaden if you don't mind. She's been missing apparently. Some shit.
That can be done.
And I want access to the restricted section of your library.
That
what-
is above
he's-
my purview.
He's not with me.
Is that real?
The library is directly relegated to the oh gosh. So many different places.
There's
The library here in Yulebreak is under the direct purview of the Brunifer College.
Motherfucker.
Oh, actually, Zala and I probably might need to go there as well.
I suppose I could find you an invitation, but I could get you through the door, but nothing else.
But that's all we need.
Yeah, we're incredibly charming.
I am. Thank you.
I
Any
curtsy.
other demands?
Well,
$1 million.
I was
dollars.
looking for a branch, a tree branch.
Pessel kind of tilts his head a little bit.
For whittling. If we're getting things.
I'll get you a
Um,
tree bench, Jessica. Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
I could use materials or a workshop.
Pessel looks in your direction. There's a workshop out back if you want to use it.
Than just materials.
Can't help you there. And then Bryn's like,
Darn.
we could find materials for you to use.
Sounds good.
Lady Bryn, do you have any... I'm sure you're aware of this ability. I can help track down some of the drug if you have some. If I know what it's like, I can find the nearest collection of it. If it's within 1,000 feet. Could come in handy.
After the Diamond Crown notified us of the warehouse, we went in search of it, and the majority of the stock was gone.
Right. Yeah.
Didn't somebody keep some of it?
Right.
Yeah, I have some.
Yeah, see.
And I will hand it to Tethrin.
Oh, shit. You had some the whole time?
Yeah.
He snorts it.
Yep.
Oh. Well, okay. So, well, I don't think it'd probably be anywhere near here, especially if they're trying to leave the town. But, you know, for funsies, may as well. And, I'll familiarize myself with the potion, like the bottle size, what it looks like, everything like that. And then I'll cast Locate Object, and I can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So, I guess I will try to locate the nearest light bug, if it is
What is the range?
just 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
1,000 feet.
Isn't the closest one on you, Noah?
Of a
Well,
different
he's
kind.
using it. Yeah, he's using it to.
He's
have
using it
two
to familiarize.
Yeah.
There's two of them, though.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, quick question. Ragnar, do you have another vial of it?
I only have one written down.
Okay.
I thought we
So-
grabbed a
Didn't-
lot, like
No,
multiple.
Did
oh.
he give one to Andean or something?
No, I'm pretty sure we only had one that you
He
managed to pull.
And then he was trying to climb out of the window and fell.
And then I fell over and over and over.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Surprised your vial didn't crack.
With
It
1,000,
was up my butt.
I was about to-
you don't see any mass hordes
This
of the stuff. You do find one or two pings of it, like one vial in one direction and one vial in another direction, possibly disseminated to some extent.
Well, there are two that are close. Would you like to find them?
I would actually.
I'll snap. Petra will appear. Just follow the bird. She'll lead you right to it.
All right. Again, if you manage to get this information to me, and I would request you bring it directly to me.
Right.
Seems we don't know exactly who we can trust yet.
That's correct.
I will do everything I can to clear Vasher of this for the time being.
Great. See you at the courthouse tomorrow.
She turns and she leaves the room. Pestle. Well, good job, guys. I suppose.
Yeah, went about as well as we could have hoped, I suppose.
That was very confusing.
Well, best
I
is
think
to
it
sleep
makes-
on the information, I guess, you know?
Yeah, a
I
lot of
still-
process here.
I still need the sheath for my sword. The sword is very angry.
The
Why don't you
sword's
just go
angry
buy
at
one?
you.
You keep saying that.
You could
Do
probably
you
just wrap
talk
it in
to your
cloth.
sword?
Why don't you
The
wrap it in
sword
a cloak?
and I are mentally linked.
What do you mean?
What?
It's not just a sword if you're mentally linked.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's odd. That's not normal.
Oh,
What is it?
I see M got all of you your capes.
Yes.
I'm not wearing.
I wasn't given a cape yet.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I put one around
Yeah, neither
Catherine
was
and I
I.
put one around Ragnar.
I flourish it. Very, like, superhero-esque.
Like Team Rocket.
It flourishes superhero-esque.
I want to message Pestle, and I just want to be like, "How long did you actually work on this design?"
He coughs, and under the cough you hear 5 minutes.
All right.
Very cool.
He says, yeah, and M gave me this to hand to you, Vasher, and he tosses you a sheath.
Finally.
It's fairly like common, and
Oh,
it's not anything
finally.
special.
So you don't know what's residing within that blade.
I have. If I have anything to go off, it's acquire.
No. I'm lagging out. I don't know how much of this is getting across.
All I heard was no.
I generally know what's inside this. It's a child of a god that I
You
met.
have
in
a
the
child
woods.
in your sword?
You kidnapped a child.
Uh,
Dasher.
child might be the loosest definition. I'm not sure how old this entity is. And I'm gonna be. Actually, I can just ask. And I say, Zay. You know, mentally, I'm like, Zay, how old are you?
You hear no response.
Alright, well, it
Nice.
doesn't respond. But I did find it a home, and that's the important part of today's adventure, so.
How long have
sure
you had it?
It wasn't saving your parents.
Oh, I don't know, like. I don't know, how long has it been? It's been like 6-7 days?
A few days.
It's been about a week, I guess.
Well, you know, there's enough to be concerned about. As it
It's
is,
been like 3 days.
I don't
Yep.
think I need to worry about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Just, you know, probably could be an ancient evil residing within an artifact, but if it is, that's that's on you, and I'm not going to worry about it. So,
Yeah, it's fine.
anyway, it's been an interesting dinner.
Did we get all of our questions out? Do we all trust each other now?
Now, Zala, what are you doing here?
Oh, easy. Well, as I told Leo and as I told Tetrin, I am on my way to Vizimar to go to the capital and explore all the libraries there, explore what the capital has to offer.
But what are you seeking?
Well, just adventure, knowledge.
That doesn't seem like it if you're running from some suspicious people.
Well, that's not what I want to do. No one wants to run from someone. What does
See,
that
but that ties into well to what you might be doing in the capital.
I mean, you just ran from someone like yesterday, right?
We all
Yes.
have been running from someone every day.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I haven't seen
I
a
only
lot
run towards people.
You should. Huh, anyway.
and steal their names apparently. But
Yeah.
I respect that.
Are you insinuating that people have claim to only one name?
No, of course not.
Well, but Ragnar,
That's
do
what
you,
I thought.
you think it's a good idea to use that if it's a bad person?
He's using it as bait.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a ballsy move.
It is bait.
No, you are bait, right? Essentially.
Yes, but I'm also a trap.
But you don't know that he knows.
You're gay.
But you don't know if he even knows about you, right?
No. No, I do not.
You call yourself like a bounty hunter?
Didn't we already do this? We already talked about Ragnar's problem.
Fine.
Yeah, y'all
let's-
are really
We're moving
fixated
on.
on.
We're moving on to the
No,
trial tomorrow.
I just want to make sure you're okay. I mean, I believe that you're not the bad Ragnar or whatever. I just want to make sure you're safe.
Well,
We never
that
know.
being
There could
said-
be 2 bad Ragnars. And they'll
There could be
shoot him
more
a
than
look.
one.
Don't worry, Tethrin knows if anything will happen to me.
It's not true.
Sure. I believe it to be
Is
true.
it true or not true?
Well, as good as this interrogation has been, I think we should probably get an early start.
Well,
Interrogation.
yeah, so I think we hit the hay, come back tomorrow full power, full strength, and then we hit the Raylan mission full speed, I suppose.
Which Raylan mission? Oh yeah,
The
I guess-
mission that we just talked about.
I don't know.
Do we
because
still have
I-
Do we still have to do a trial?
You
I
know,
guess if we do that first, we won't.
I'm gonna let that fall where it falls, and should we,
Do we know if the trial's at like a certain time in the day or like?
Well, can't we ask Pestle?
Do we have a time frame?
Look, Petrol knows when and where it is, so if he needs Vasher, he'll get Vasher. Okay?
Well, I feel like we should.
I know
ask
where it
before we-
is. As far as when, normally trials of the caliber of murder take place sometime around lunch.
Ah,
Yeah, we're gonna wake up very
That's-
early.
That way-
Not a lot of time.
that
Yeah,
way
we can
people can
either-
eat their lunch and watch the execution.
We can either do it at the same time. as
Meal
the
and a
trial,
show,
or we
huh?
do it before.
Well, that's how Saphirians like to do it. You know what I say?
Right.
Ideally, you would get everything done before.
Yeah, you don't want to execute someone on a full stomach.
I don't trust that will be.
No, he's talking about the information to
Right.
to make him not guilty.
What's
So let's
not,
worry.
not the execution part.
Let's worry about the trial when we get to the trial, shall we?
what's the plan? I have the end. What's going to be happening while
Sleep?
I'm giving this package?
We're gonna sleep, and then you're gonna take the lead tomorrow, Raylan. Sound good? So
I'm
think about
probably-
it.
I'm going to have my hands full with the county lord. I don't think I'll be.
Yeah,
doing
you
two
just
things
think
at
about
Maybe-
everything that needs to be done, and then we'll split up the work. You're the weird information guy. I'm sure you'll disseminate the information efficiently.
Maybe
and-
there's a reason why some of us are with you, or I don't know.
Yeah, and then we'll come up with a plan from there.
once.
Or you will,
I'll let
rather.
you chicken wing it.
No, we're not winging it. We're just
I
you're
have half a
creating
mind
the
to let
plan.
you do it.
So anyway, so y'all get some sleep, and we'll pick this up in the morning.
I give a thumbs up.
Anything you want me to do?
I don't know.
I still need a branch.
I'll find you a branch, Jessica. And Pestle heads out. As all of you prepare for the evening, you
I want to
cross
talk to
through.
Zala.
Okay. As you guys cross back towards the living quarters, to just kind of prepare for the evening, Tethrin, you find yourself walking next to Zala for a moment on the way back.
Hey, do you have a moment?
Sure, Tethrin, of course.
Great. It needs to be in private, actually. It's pretty sensitive information.
All right. Do you suggest your room?
Or yours, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, go to your room if you're the one that wants to talk.
Very well.
All right, we go to Tethrin's room.
So you guys head back to the third floor of the quarters. Once in the third floor, you head into Tethrin's room,
And I guess
and
this actually works out better because there's like books and journals spread out across the bed with like a map or two of the region. So I was doing some research. Actually, first before I begin, I'll just say this: the people who are chasing you have a presence in the capital as well. So if that is where you end up, be careful. Second,
Who do you think is chasing?
the people who shot fireballs at you yesterday, Zala.
Right, but do they actually have a big presence in the capital? You think?
I don't think. I'm very much aware of it. I've seen it myself.
Okay.
Second, I was doing some research about the thing you told me yesterday about why your magic is all strange. So as you can see here and here, and I'll point them out in like the journals and the textbooks or whatever. There are various temples and kind of ruins within the Titan Spine Mountains, which are wells of energy, wells of magical energy, which do have the ability to disrupt one's natural magic. Do you think one of these is where you could have entered or found?
It
Or
definitely sounds like that sounds like what happened. If I had to put it into words, I do feel like my magical flow was disrupted. So if that's what the journal says, then
they didn't speak of any specifically, right? Or have locations like on a map or anything?
No, it's just kind of an overarching phenomenon that kind of happens throughout the kingdom. It could happen elsewhere, but your journals, your journals venture fairly far in the continent of Pangrath, so it's just a pretty wide scope magical phenomenon that occurs.
Well, at least there is some documentation of something along this line happening to begin with.
good. Then there must be a solution.
But I was going to say the same thing. I will let you know if I find one.
Excellent. If you do find a solution, let me know just as soon as possible, and I will make haste to acquire said solution.
Right.
Is that it? Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was it.
All right. Thank you, Tethrin. I do appreciate your diligent research. And I'll turn on and walk out.
Okay. Zala leaves Tethrin's room. Anyone else want anything to do before the evening's up?
No.
Just to, shine my sword and put it in its sheath.
Oh.
Okay.
That sounds like a euphemism. It's not.
You do that without much issue. You don't hear any talk from the blade.
Yep, I'll clean my gun too.
Okay.
Clean.
Can I this decapitated head that I have?
Oh my
Yep.
god.
I want to get rid of it.
Yep.
Why'd you bring it?
What?
Why
No,
did you
never
bring
mind.
it?
I didn't know what to do with it. But it still
funny.
has it's just like a head, right? Like
Yep.
the mat is there. I asked this, but I can't remember the answer. Is the mask still on it?
Yeah, the weird helmet that it was wearing is still on.
Oh, then I want to take that off.
Okay. So you attempt to peel off the front face mask, and as you do, you begin to try and pry it, and you notice that it is affixed to the person's face.
Oh.
It looks like magically fused. You remove all the other vestments. You see ears. You see a neck, hair to the visage of the person. But whatever this metal plate over the entire face is seems to be completely stuck onto the person's face.
Okay. Just a curiosity. What does this person look like?
Looks like a mask with brown hair, long elvish ears with a dark skin of drow nature. There is a small symbol on the neck that demarcates them as. I feel like my notes should be not as scattered. Hold on. It's a similar sigil that you've seen before, of Preloriate, but a couple of other symbols that kind of change its definition to another branch that you don't recall.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna walk back over to Tethrin's room.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Come in.
I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna gently throw the head at Tethrin.
Oh god!
Tethrin, go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Look what I've got you, Tethrin.
With a 2, the head, the bloody part of the neck just
It's a
hits your
6.
robes.
It's a 6.
the bloody part of the neck hits your robes. You fumble it a few times. It's definitely a head, and it drops to the ground. You scatter back.
What? Why?
I didn't really know how to go about this, but
Well,
you know,
why did you throw it at me?
I figured you could catch it. I'm sorry.
Catherine, there's a small, like red, like gross, decayed stain on the front of your robes.
Prestidigitation.
Digitation's away.
You're lucky I know how to do that. What is this?
You know, there's a lot of moving parts to this, but
Clearly.
essentially, you know, the butcher that's stalking
Right.
Leo and
Yes.
he decapitated the person who was chasing me, and he gave me the head as a sort of intimidation factor, I presume. Anyway,
Okay.
here it is. If you wanted to study it, you're welcome to. I tried to take the mask off.
Yeah, it's magically fused, right?
Correct. It's fascinating. You recognize that so quickly. If you wanted to look and study it, you're welcome to. If not, I figure you could dispose of it in a less, should we say, seedy way than I would. So,
What does that mean?
well, I figured that if I do it, it would just seem suspicious because I would probably I don't know, throw it in. I don't know. I'd throw it inside of like a general store.
Well,
and
you've
then
already thrown it.
cause like a panic. But I figured that you could maybe just throw it in like a ditch or something.
Very astute observation, Zala. I
I
will
don't know what you do with your
sit down.
your
Please,
garbage.
please take a seat.
Okay, I'll sit down.
I'm going to look at it. I guess I'll pick it up and look at it. Like, I'll stare into the eyes of it.
Yeah.
First thing I want to ask is, do I recognize this person?
Looking directly into its eyes. 1 second. Double checking. 1 second.
David.
So, this person, looking through the small visor that is on this mask, you do see that there are eyes behind there, but there isn't enough to give you any information on who it is. You would have to find a way to remove the mask.
First thing, I guess I'll just look around and observe the details first. If
On
possible.
the head?
Yeah, like the skin tone, hair color, markings, stuff like
You
that.
gather all the things that Zala did just before, but go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, that's not a D. 1 second. That's 22.
22. With a 22, you see the small insignia on the neck that kind of associates them with the Agiat of the Veron Mir. You also notice that the sigil itself that is inscribed is that of a fairly high-ranking member. And there's a couple of other markings that denote a branch of some kind, but not markings that you're familiar with necessarily. Or I could be wrong about that. Hold on, I'm searching through a bunch of notes right now.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not a branch that you are familiar with, but it is part of the Agiat in some form.
Okay.
Well, anything?
As you've probably observed, this person was very powerful.
Yes.
He was pretty high-ranking, so the fact that he was so easily dealt with is concerning.
Agreed. That's why Leo and I are trying not to upset said powerful butcher man.
Can I observe how the mask is bound to the face? Does that make sense?
Roll an Arcana check.
I need to see what my Arcana is. It's high.
You're a wizard.
16.
It seems to be magically bound with some kind of sealant. Possibly that in the case of death, it is to prevent people from seeing who the person was.
I see. Well,
You also, with the 16, I'd say you would also identify that the mask itself was intended to trigger something that would remove like the body from contention at all. But since it was severed so quickly and cleanly, the magic didn't have time to trigger.
Okay. Thank you, Butcher.
I'll tell that to Zala.
But you don't know how to remove the mask.
One moment. Let me check my notes. Really quickly. I don't think so. No, not at the moment.
Do you think...
Unless I can remove it by non-magical means, which seems...
Well, I was going to say Ragnar wears a mask, but it'd be stupid to assume maybe he could remove a magically bound mask.
We have water in our rooms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
There's
going...
running water.
I'm going
You're gonna
to...
run into the shower.
No, I'm gonna run some water. And, this might get gross, I'm sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run the water. I have control, or shape water, as a cantrip. I'm going to move the water over top the mask.
Okay.
And I know this works with locks. I don't know if it'll work with magical locks. I'm gonna freeze the water to try and break whatever mechanism is binding it.
Okay, that's pretty big brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Sure. 27.
With the 27, you control the water over just the specific portion of the mask that is bound to this person's face. And slowly, Zala, you watch as ice begins to creep onto the edges of the mask and completely encompass the entire thing. What do you do to break it?
You need to be gentle if you're what I don't know what you're doing, but don't break his face.
I don't know what you're doing, but be gentle.
Well, as soon as I think if I can freeze the section between the mask and the binding, I should be able to maybe break it if I do it quickly enough, perhaps. So I'll try to do it to where I can like insta freeze and like maybe like create enough separation, I guess. Like,
So you're gonna freeze it and pull?
No. I want to put water down and like expand it like by freezing it because whenever it,
Oh, so you're like putting the water underneath the mask and slowly like pushing it away from the face.
Yeah.
Okay. Then okay. Hold on. Let me roll a couple things.
We should have just got Ragnar in here. He's a mask expert.
Off the base.
Checking a couple things.
Ragnar has anti-mask cream.
This is
It's like glue gun. It's like glue gun.
pretty big brained. Go ahead and roll just one more. I'm gonna say a medicine check for this one.
Medicine's in intelligence.
You're trying to keep the mask, separate the mask without damaging the face.
You said medicine?
Yeah.
Stomping a man alive.
Oh, medicine, you say?
20.
Okay.
Oh.
With a 21, you see strange arcane lines beginning to form on the spaces around the mask as it's slowly pushing away, until suddenly the mask just ejects from the face. Like at an incredibly high speed. I need both of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh my gosh. Oh, 19.
6.
6. Tethrin, the mask, bang, hits you directly in the face. Your nose is bleeding. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
It worked. Are you okay?
The mask ejects, hits you in the face, and like scatters and lands on the ground a little ways away. The face is completely revealed to you now. It looks like a feminine drow face. The eyes are horribly bloodshot, as if something venomous quickly overtook them. And her mouth is contorted in almost like a howl of pain. The face does look familiar. pulling it up real quick. 1 second.
Your mother.
It's Danathar.
It's Denethor.
It's Braid's sister.
It's swordfish. It's always swordfish.
Better run.
Actually, it looks familiar to both of you,
Always.
Zala and Tethrin.
Oh. Fuck.
Is it your wife, Zala?
This looks like sorry, I'm looking for the exact name. 1 second.
I ordered an Xbox remote.
What? I ordered an Xbox car. I mean, Xbox remote. That's my favorite. Is that he goes from
Yeah.
card to remote.
Why can't I find this information? 1
It's
second.
like some kind of vase.
It's
I don't know
so
who
funny,
drew.
dude. Honestly.
This is oof, this is a tough name. Hold on.
Does Tetrin think our drow look the same?
Take it.
It's
Zala's
also
mom.
Zala.
This is Aniva Tigalaron. The last name Tigalaron is associated with the Mir Vidal. Tigalaron. Both of you know that the Mir Vidal is the current ruler of Varanmir.
Wow.
Foreign policy.
Wait, so we don't know this woman personally, or at least I don't. I don't think.
No, you know her by reputation.
Right.
This is one of the daughters of the current ruling house of Varanmir.
Big yikes. Big yikes.
From what you can tell, the magic was being used on her was an offshoot of like an enlarged spell.
You saying a large spell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
interesting.
give her insane super strength.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Oh, confirmed?
So you guys are currently holding on to the head of one of the daughters of the ruling house of Varanmir.
Yeah.
Zala, do you know? This is this is so bad.
Why?
You don't understand. You don't understand.
No, I don't.
The door's closed, right?
Yeah, the door's closed. It's just you two.
Zala, I need you to be very honest with me. Where
Yes.
are you from?
Tethrin, as I've told you, I believe, I'm from the city of Twin River. That's my earliest memory that I have. I explored the Titan Spine Mountains. Maybe I went a little too deep. And
Zala, I
found-
need you to stop. Drow don't come from Twin River. That's just how it goes. Okay? That's not where you're from. I need you to think so much harder about where you're actually from.
Why does it matter, Tethrin? Who are you holding?
Do you know who this woman is?
Do you?
I do. I do. You can assure me that you have no idea who this woman is.
Tethrin, it's Aniva.
That is correct. And how did you know that?
Tethrin, do you know the name, the family of Olivia in Varanmir?
Family name Olivia in Varanmir?
Yes.
Do I? I don't know if I do.
Yeah, Yeah, it definitely rings a bell. It's one of the hold on. Olvia is one of the high senators. Kine Olvia is one of the high senators in Varanmir. They're fairly respected, and you know that they tend the Olvia family tends to be in the city of Pythagos.
The name is familiar. Continue.
Well, I am the daughter in the family.
Shit. God.
As you know, I would very much like your discretion on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very aware.
You and I both know the danger that is at hand.
I knew it was dangerous when you were being hunted by the Agate. I did not realize you were being hunted by one of the daughters of the ruler of Varanmir, and you were also royalty in Varanmir.
I did not realize how high up I was being hunted either, and this is a little bit surprising to me as well. It's only temporary. I will.
It's not.
Be,
It's
no. It is. I will get back on
the only way it's temporary. The end of this temporary arrangement is when you die or are captured, Zala.
No.
Tethrin.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
Should be a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you feel your vision pulsing. It's kind of weird. Your mind is reeling with all this new information. And unlike your visions that you normally have, something is pulling you elsewhere. Zala, I need you to roll an Arcana check.
6.
With a 6, you feel a magical aura overtake Tethrin momentarily. Something is pulling at his location, and then you see his eyes gloss over white, and then a small spectrum of multicolor passes over him. Zala, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. A 3.
Okay. Tethrin, your vision pulls you away, and you find yourself in a familiar, established home. Very familiar architecture, stone and like iron wrought metals with like interwoven beams of light and magic. This is Varanmiran architecture. You see, sitting in a large rectangular room that kind of divides out, kind of like an amphitheater. Hundreds of different drow human senators in the halls of the Varanmiran Republic seat. A conference of some kind. You look down and you see hands that aren't yours. Drow in nature. A document placed in front of this person. A lever on one side. You see the name, Kine, etched on the documents. There's some conference going on, something heated, like some heavy debate currently going, and you know that the passage of time, this is happening now. Not later, not before. It is concurrent with time itself. Zala, you feel the strange magical essence that's kind of enwrapped Tethrin, and you feel your own magic beginning to loosen. You're not able to control the effects of your own power around this strange phenomenon that is kind of waving off of Tethrin. It's affecting you as well. I need you to roll
Tethrin?
D100.
Tethrin, you need to step out of it. 100. Oh no. Oh no.
Holy crap! Hold on.
Tethrin, you really needed to step out of it. Oh no. Well, at
What
least
happens now?
well, at least when Zala dies, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh, okay. You feel the magic beginning to surge, and this chromatic energy just erupts from your being. The entire room is now lit up as there's a strange howling of power. You see the energy that is pulsing through you is the same energy you saw once before. You are losing all control. You see the energy beginning to pulse out and enwrap Tethrin. But there's a strange disconnect, almost a veil of white energy kind of encapsulating all of Tethrin. Something outside of what you know, beyond your boundaries of power. You feel an expansion of your own internal energy. You feel almost as if it's about to burst. As you're holding that energy, Tethrin, you hear the words. This situation across the mountain with our less than amicable neighbors is reaching a tipping point. We have sent our best to try and negotiate, and they will not negotiate with us. We want peace. But the king of Sephiria has spoken. Their marauders, the crimson, lust for power, and they will get our might. This vote is to pass on whether or not we will strive for war. All those in favor, all-out assault on Sephiria. Raise your lever now. Tethrin, you feel the hand moving to the lever as several hundred other levers pull back to vote in favor, and you feel control. Power over whoever is currently about to make this decision. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
7. No, 8.
With an 8, you try and restrain the hand from going to all-out war and can't seem to stop the person from pulling the lever. As the lever is pulled back, one more paddle raises. The eyes have it. 101 to 99. We go to war. Tethrin, your vision pulls back. And when you do, you see a chromatic Zala just in insane furies of power beyond anything you've ever seen, just torrenting within the space.
You snapped out of it finally.
What's
you hear in like a cacophony of multi voices just echoing from all directions from a Zala whose mouth has not opened.
Tethrin, I don't know what's happening.
Through Zala, you see different spaces, different planes, different aspects of magic and power, dragons, energies beyond your comprehension, machines powered by things that you can't understand, all pulsing from an origin point within Zala. A power just rotating and almost encapsulating what is the known universe. And then it's gone. Zala, all of your sorcery points have been regained.
Oh, great.
And Zala comes back down, breathing heavily.
What,
Is this
what was that?
Is this reality?
To be fair, I'm just as lost as you are.
I didn't do anything to you that time. I just surrounded you. I don't know what was happening to you, Catherine. The world just went multicolored. I saw things, everything.
Yeah, I saw some things as well. I hate to tell you this right off the back of what you've just experienced. But I think your father was just the deciding vote to send Sephiria into war with Veronmir, so...
Other way around. Veronmir into war with Sephiria.
Well,
Right.
I can't say I'm surprised, but the timing could have been better. Preferably when I was not here, and I just need more time to understand what's going on, Catherine.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But we don't have that luxury, so we're going to have to figure this out very quickly.
What do I do for now? What I don't know what to do.
Here's what I want you to do. And I'll go to my bag, and I'll pull out this leather-bound journal, and I'll hand it to her, and I'll give her a pencil. Start writing down the things you saw. Okay?
Just now?
Yeah. They don't have to be literal. They can be, as fictitious or as vague or as abstract as you'd like, but I'm worried that there's a chance that somewhere in there's something that means something.
Okay. Teflon, there's one more thing that I'd like to you about.
Okay.
I've never visited any temple in the Spine Mountains. I was walking through the forest and suddenly fell through a multicolored fault in a crack, if you will, in existence. My mentor called it the plane between planes. That's all I know about it. If
Well,
maybe that'll help your research.
yeah, maybe it will help my research. Does that ring any bells immediately?
Roll history check. Disadvantage.
Can't believe
Sure,
you lied
sure.
to Leo.
The 2d20.
It's over.
What is the disadvantage one?
So sad.
Keep lowest. KL?
Yeah, you keep the lowest d20 roll.
You are my brother.
Roll 2d20 and take the lowest.
Well, that's not right.
I don't know what the. Yeah, I
whatever,
don't know.
whatever.
That what? Just rolled it.
That was wrong.
11.
11? Yeah, with an 11, you have no idea.
I'll find something about it.
Okay. I will write everything I can to help you.
Yeah.
Help me.
Right. Hey, Zala, just so, we could have some sort of peace of mind. A little bit. It is very clear that you and myself now are both in some very deep shit, okay? So we are going to have to stay together for a much farther extended period of time than I think either of us had planned on doing.
Yeah. Well, and I was only going to the capital to try to find information on magic. But if you think that they're there too, then there's no need.
I know they're there, unfortunately. So I guess the next... Maybe... I don't know. Should we even talk about this to the whole group? It doesn't make much sense to me to do so, to be honest.
Not immediately. It's maybe too much for them.
Okay.
And if they know, they're in danger too.
That's true. That's true. But Veronmir's gonna start sending troops soon. They're in danger regardless.
Hopefully that whole thing that just happened didn't wake anyone up or cause any commotion.
I'm sure it was
So
very quiet. Yeah.
I'm just going to casually go back to my room.
Okay.
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 So, while that was happening, anyone else had anything to do? Sorry, we went on a bit of a tangent there.
No, it's
Did,
fine.
No,
did
it's cool.
Pestle
We
bring
just
me
started a war.
branch?
It's cool.
So, anyone else wanted anything to do?
Yeah, did Pestle bring him a branch?
Yeah. Pestle definitely got you a branch.
I'll
The
pog.
finest
I'll dry it out.
Okay, you
Yeah,
start.
that's the most interesting thing to happen.
I guess
so
I wanna strip the bark and then dry it out first.
Sure. It takes you a little bit just to whittle it, but you get it. You strip the bark off of the branch, and you there are small fireplaces like living spaces, in these like corridors, with places to dry stuff out of rain and all that stuff. So you just kind of put it in front of the currently roaring fireplace, and allow it to start drying out with the heat from the fire. Okay. Anyone else have anything to do for rest?
Sure.
Did I clean my gun?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Okay. That's it.
You're going to have to soon purchase more cleaning materials because this is the third time you've cleaned your gun, correct?
Second or third, yeah.
Okay, so you have like 3 or 4 more uses, but just keep in mind that you're going to need to buy more of the solution to effectively clean the weapon.
Okay.
Basher definitely shined his. He didn't get any conversation with his blade. So before we go into a long rest, I need everyone to roll a perception check except for Catherine and Zala.
Perception.
So many low.
guidance.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm going to say that Ragnar and Raylan, you both are kind of like making your way back to your rooms when all of a sudden a burst of chromatic light just begins to like echo from the door frame of Tetherin's room. It kind of like rattles the door for a few moments, and then the light goes away. And then you hear light conversation on the interior.
Yeah, none of my business.
I would definitely listen.
So, Ragnar, you start to approach the door, and you catch, like, with your passive perception, just, like, up against the door, you catch, like, a word here or there, but really you can only tell that it's Hetherin and Zala speaking. Then you hear them starting to move towards the door. Do you hide, or you just...
No, I will stand on the wall adjacent and just wait, watching the door.
Yeah.
So, Zala, you open the door, and you see Ragnar and his voidless eyes
Just staring.
staring directly at you.
Oh, hello, Ragnar. How are you doing?
Awkward.
I just don't respond.
All right. Well,
He's just sitting there.
Tethrin and I were just practicing some magic.
Oh, okay.
We're going to bed now.
Did I know that was a lie?
Well,
Like,
I
can
looked
can
really
glean from
roughed
enough,
up.
like...
Technically,
Well,
Oh,
so, like, you saw a
No
burst...
kink shaming, Ragnar. No kink shaming.
You saw a burst of magic, and then you saw them walking out after muttering something. So, I mean, roll an insight check, because this is from what you have seen and experienced, it looks like the truth. It looks like the truth, but like very anxious about it.
Okay. I just won't say anything. I'll just...
You'll know secretly.
So Zala
I'll
Makes
just
her
let
way.
Zala fumble over her words and... wander
Zala
off.
wanders to her room eventually, which leaves you just kind of in front of the open door with Tethrin on the interior.
I'm staring at him through the open door.
you have
I would like to point out that Ragnar, with your passive perception,
Mhm.
you definitely see a head just on
I
the
was
floor.
about to say that. No kink shaming.
I'll just like.
I'll slowly approach the door, and I'll just slowly close it. Slowly
I'll
close
just
the
start.
door.
I'll just start shaking my head. I'm just not.
When I see him shaking, I'll just shrug. Continue to close the door.
Door closes, and Ragnar eventually, after maybe 20 more minutes of just standing in front of the door, you head back to your room, and you guys go ahead and take a long rest.
Oh my gosh.
What a
You
terrible.
ding dongs.
For what it's worth, I do want to pocket the mask.
Sure, no problem.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with the head yet, though.
That's fine. That's fine.
Throw it at somebody.
No, it's a
Fine.
top.
You just get to live with the thought that you caused a war.
I didn't cause a war. I just didn't prevent it.
He didn't prevent it.
Prevent it.
He wasn't.
You caused it.
Wasn't able to prevent it.
Correct.
I did give him a chance to lock the vote.
I'll say postpone. I think it was inevitable.
Yeah,
From the top.
it would have bought more time, but like today was the day that the war was going to break out, regardless. So if he had rolled like well, I would have stalled the war a little while.
One job.
That was neat. Didn't know that detour was going to happen, so that's neat.
Well,
Keep going. Keep going.
you put Pinky and the brain together, things are bound to happen.
You guys asked for
We're
it.
like Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
You guys
Like liar and
And
big brain.
other liar.
We got 5 head and
4.
pathological liar.
You guys wake the next morning. The storm is still going, if not as strong as the previous night. It's still like drizzling out in the space. The clouds are still fairly covering the area, which doesn't allow for a lot of sunshine through. But all of you managed to wake at a reasonable hour. I'm going to say at this point in time, it is probably 7 o'clock in the morning. As all of you kind of come to consciousness, you make your way down to one of the living areas here in the housing, and just make it to one of the small nooks to prepare some kind of breakfast.
I'll check the weather. How's it looking?
You check the weather, and you notice that the rain does not dissipate. Looks like it's still going to continue for a little bit.
I love the rain. I had the weirdest dream last night.
Wait, what was your dream?
It was really weird. It was about Miss Zala. Never mind.
Weird, I had a dream about Mr. Tethrin.
Yeah? Mine had Tethrin in it.
Oh, mine had Zala in it.
He was
Guess
wearing
weird.
someone else's face. It was very strange.
Oh, that's a little weird for me.
Very scary. Never had a dream like that at the monastery.
Well, you're a long way from the monastery, so
Did you get old Tethrin?
Yeah, I was.
Mr. Tethrin, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Is that your face you're wearing?
I hope so.
You okay? You sound
I'm-
like
Did you have a dream too?
I had no such thing.
Okay.
Okay, so
you need some of the tea.
No, I'm fine.
Alright.
So are we all together at the table? Or at
Yeah.
that table?
Yeah, you guys are all together
Yeah.
at one of the nooks and the first floor of the housing in the Diamond Crown.
So, Raylan, you want to tell us your plan?
Well.
Oh, you guys don't want to hear about my dream?
What dream did you
Yeah,
have?
I
You know, Jessica, I would love to hear about your dream.
Yeah.
Yes, so tell us your
I
dream.
saw Miss Zala and she was running in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
And she found a very large hole. And it looked like she thought she could hide in there. But then, when she looked inside, she saw Mr. Tethrin. But it wasn't Mr. Tethrin. He was wearing Raylan's face.
Wow.
Very,
That's interesting.
frightening.
Are
I
you
didn't sleep
afraid
very
of
well.
us?
What did you eat last night?
Yeah, that's a.
I'll slowly
Ooh,
turn
weird,
and face Yeska, and I'll use minor illusion to put Raylan's face over mine.
Oh no.
You need to be careful about who you tell your dreams to.
I'll punch Tethrin.
With a slight shriek, Yeska punches you, and you're already tender nose from the mask hitting you the previous night, and immediately starts bleeding again.
So that was my fault, really. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that's lovely. Do it again. Bravo.
Does he still have Raylan's face?
No, instantly vanish.
Yeah, I feel like you would have lost concentration or something.
Back to the matter.
Mr.
Yes.
Tethrin, you live in holes?
I haven't for some time. It's been a while, I suppose.
During this whole thing, I just want to be like staring at Zala and just not saying anything.
Zala, you're deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just awkwardly keep like looking away, but occasionally kind of making eye contact and quickly looking
No.
away.
That reminds me, there was a bright light last night. I think it came out of Tethan's.
Oh yeah, there was a bright light.
Is that what
And
you
I'm
made
just still-
Raylan's face?
Looking
Actually, yeah, he did
directly
take
at
me into
Zala.
his room, and he did try to take my.
Why is everyone just sitting at dinner?
Well, he
Having
wanted-
breakfast?
He wanted to borrow it for some weird things. I don't know, experiments or something.
Raylan, I told you not to tell anybody until I could get Yeska's face.
Well, look, he's scared.
I'll run to another room and I'll hide behind the door.
Yeska runs away.
Oh my god, it seems Okay, I'm gonna go get him. I'm gonna try not to scare him, but I do need to explain that this is all a practical joke. So I'll be right back.
Today's a busy day. We really need to get started.
That's
on
true.
this.
So y'all tell Raylan, you tell the plan, and I'll be right back.
Let's get the start of playing off lighthearted.
Tethrin starts heading away. What do you guys
I pulled
talk
my
about? Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Raylan, you please tell us the plan. Ragnar, you might want to listen. You're very observant with these things.
Well, look.
Oh, I am very observant, Zala. Very observant.
With the team I work with, we usually do these things together, you know, so we can all find our way. But since I'm the one coming up with the sun, apparently, I'd say I'd probably distract Lord Monty, Conti, whatever the fuck his name. Singlock.
Stinglock?
Yes, and you, two of you, whichever one you two think are most stealthy and whatever, go find those two. Anything leading to Danathar or that lady person we were trying to find. The Thane. Yes, that's it. Besides that, I don't really know. I don't know these people. I don't know this place. I don't really come into town most times.
Well, Leo told me to be nicer. I can disguise myself and maybe infiltrate with you if you need that.
I'd say two of you should probably come with me. The other people can figure out what they do, just for backup.
Well, don't forget there's a trial. What do we do about Vasher?
Vasher can go himself. We're planning to do this beforehand. We're supposed to get this done before 12, so we have evidence that he's free.
Oh.
I'd say Vasher probably needs to remain free, though, just so he's not complicated in anything.
Okay.
So someone wants to accompany him to the courthouse with Pest.
I mean, I can go if everyone else is busy.
I think you actually. I think you might be better with Vasher, just to make sure you are kind of observant.
Yes, you are very observant.
Yes, Zala. I am very observant.
I hate this weird tension.
Zala, Leo, you two can transform yourself, so you might actually be better with me so we noticed afterwards.
Yeah, yes. Leo and I, the disguised duo. I'll give a shaky thumbs up to Leo.
We're the dynamic duo. We're best friends.
That's right.
Tell each other everything. Best friend duo. Right, Zala?
Absolute trust is a must. they say.
Oh
Right?
God!
Trust amongst friends.
Yeah, Yeska, roll to hit.
Yeah.
I didn't hit him. Unless
Huh?
you want.
Well, I mean, you. Okay, let's do this. You hear footsteps from the opposite side of the door.
Why are you
Yeska,
all lying to me?
Yeska, is that you?
Did you take Ragnar's face? Is that why he looks like that?
No. It was all
You're
just.
not gonna take my face. I'll wave the dagger at him.
God, y'all made him a crazy.
I'll have my hands up. Yeska, it was just a joke. I was just having some fun. I'm sorry.
How did you get Raylan's face?
It's just a simple spell, and I'll minor illusion, some like fairies or whatever flying around.
Yeska's face.
I could make it look like anything.
Kind of. Okay. I trust you.
Okay, so you ready to
Okay,
come
then.
back down to breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Catherine, you two
I'll
back
put my
away.
dagger behind.
Sure. You guys pace back to the dining hall as this plan is beginning to pull together for what you guys will do for the morning, and hopefully finish off this whole Vasher story arc. We're gonna end it here for tonight, unless we can go any further. My time is all off. because of
it's
daylight
only
saving.
10:30 here. I'm down to keep
It's only
going.
10:24.
Yeah, it's
actually.
10:23.
I could go for at least another hour.
I can go.
Oh,
I
all
can.
right. Well, can't relate, but that's
Well,
okay.
you were 30
Oh, wait,
minutes late
wait,
too,
let's
so.
Could we go till 11?
Yeah, 11's fine.
I can.
I'm asking.
Yeah, it's a meal call.
I mean, it's
I'm
my
asking
time.
Xander specifically.
Yeah, my time frame's
I
off.
can.
So.
I can try. I have things that I've been putting off. Yeah, but like I can do till.
I would
11.
like. Yeah, 11's. I'm good with 11.
Okay,
I can make it
we'll
up.
compromise at 11. So we got 30 more minutes.
Okay. Then, not ending the session here for tonight.
Pog.
All of you have kind of formulated a plan of some kind. As far as I understand, Raylan, Zala, and Leo are going to head towards Lord Singlock's manor, while the rest of you do what?
Oh, Tethryn and Jeska are invited to come if they want to poke around. But
All right,
then
we're
that-
back. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare him like that. What's the plan?
Well, you and Yeska don't really have a place unless you want to look and sneak around inside the Lord's mansion for anything. Otherwise, yes.
Who's sneaking around in the Lord's mansion as it is?
Well, I'd say it's probably Zala and Leo. I'd say one of them should stay with me. They can figure out who goes.
I'll
snooping.
slowly turn my head and look at Leo. You're sure that this is the plan you want to go with?
Look, I don't know what you people do. I don't know your specialties.
Right,
I know
but
those two can disguise themselves. So if they disguise themselves, they won't be noticed later. Unless I know
right
that
on.
we should
That
all
sounds
talk.
like an excellent plan.
I don't know anybody's capabilities here. I've seen you people fight. That's about it. That's why I said we should talk as a group. One person coming up with a plan isn't very.
Well, it's
Good.
your package, so I just figured you'd have the plan.
It's my package, but we're all getting paid for this.
Are we getting paid?
In a way, yes, you're getting compensated. I know Tethan is for sure. Basher's getting freedom.
We're getting the bare minimum services in this guild hall. I just want to add. But yes, continue on.
So, it's either this plan, which is half baked, and I'm basically letting you guys swing it, or we all come up with a plan together. So we are working as a group.
No, I think winging it sounds much more fun. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, like I said last night. I'll distract them as long as I can. Y'all do what you want.
I'll be honest, I don't really know what y'all are looking for when you get
We're looking-
inside.
Information on Denethor or your Dane Unkfine.
All right,
his name.
I'll
Yeah, I
go
have-
into the mansion. That's fine.
Yeah, I have no idea either. So, Tethrin, maybe your what do they say,
Yeah.
big brain.
Leo and I will go in.
Anything connecting to. These
I give
people.
2 thumbs up this time.
I don't want to sneak anywhere. So if you have some place for me to be,
Well, you can help Raylan with the distraction.
I can help Basher at the courthouse. Either one.
Well, we don't know if they're needed at the courthouse. Not at least until noon.
It's gonna be best to have them
Look,
free,
this should take no more than an hour or two. So hopefully we'll be in and out.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I don't like playing books.
yeah, I can go with Vasher.
Let's decide for Vasher. Vasher, do you want to be in or out?
I just think the more people who are there able to distract anyone who could need distracting, the better. You know?
Well, if you all think you'll need my help, I can come. As long as Vasher's okay.
Yeah, Vasher, do you want
I'll
to
be
stay?
fine.
It's your child.
I'll be on time for my trial.
Okay, everybody's coming then.
Famous last words.
Well, here's the thing. I can either stay here, or does anybody have a watch?
There's a couple of clocks on the wall.
Wait, no, they're bombs! Ah!
Do you not see the giant pocket watch on Deathrin?
I'm not giving you my watch.
Yes, but my request is that you keep track of time.
Well, just look
Alright.
up.
Always.
If we're all going, I say
That's
we
how
split
we
the
keep
teams.
time.
Catherine, do you have a good eye? Or do you want to interrogate?
Interrogate? What?
Well, do you want to help me distract him and get information out of him, or do you want to go look for clues?
I think my speciality is looking for clues.
Okay, then I say me, Zalo, and Yeska talk to the Lord.
In fact, Ragnar, you should probably be in the house with me.
Yeah, you, Ragnar, Vassar, and Leo can go and look at things.
Alright, so we have distraction
Okay.
crew and infiltration crew.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds good enough for me.
From there, we go with what we do. I see making plans on this kind of situation or not.
Do we even know where this place is?
I would imagine.
Okay, I'll follow you then.
Zal and I have been up to the, what's it called again? The
Garden Top
Top.
District.
Garden Top. Did we see, like, the area that all of the lords might be in, or just the main guy's place?
There's a lot of very beautiful, fancy manors up on the Garden Top, and a lot of interesting shops up there as well. You guys managed to sneak a peek at the massive manor of the High Lord himself. But specific manors, you didn't suss anything like that out.
Okay.
You did see a couple residential areas, so I mean, it could be somewhere there.
Okay.
At least it's a start.
Yeah, there's some places where people live, like areas.
Alright, Leo, you lead the way then. We'll follow you.
Okie dokie.
And-
Lead the way.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Bounce,
How
bounce.
long can you two disguise yourselves for?
Well,
1 hour.
1
I
hour.
wanted. I could do it for like 8 hours, but I was wondering, who should we disguise ourselves as? Should we be?
Anybody?
Because I could be like Lady Frenda, Leo.
We don't want to link back. We just want to make sure that you're not seen as you.
I figure
I'll
we
turn
want
into
the
Gundam.
distraction.
Strangle somebody.
Leo, do you want to play as Geralt? Like,
But
Who?
why are we disguising ourselves if you're not? Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
I'm fine. I'm going in as a content of Jackie. You people are not known to him.
Okay,
Either way, I can blame my shit on Jackie if it goes south.
gotcha.
Well, what if I'm Jackie?
No, Jackie wouldn't send me if she's coming
That's
herself.
a good point. A genius.
Is it? I'm an idiot and I know this.
All right, so you guys are heading out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who is going to? Is someone going to a courthouse, or all of you just going over to
We're
the?
all going.
Because it's like 7 in the morning. It's
Hell
like
yeah.
half a day until
We
anything
usually arrive
happens.
early, just in
We're all
case.
Yeah, 4 hours early so you don't miss your flight.
And usually,
That's
and
true.
actually, you would know this. They come for you, not necessarily.
Wait, what the f-
Oh, I
How?
wanted him to be free in case something came up. I didn't want him to go to the courthouse per se.
Yeah. What is it? We're breaking into this guy's house and they come to get bashed.
Yeah, honestly, I think it is best. You know,
what?
I'll open up my law book and I'll be like, wait, I should be here.
We'll be
I
back
should
here
not be
way before they come for you.
No. I should. This is a bad idea for me to go and commit whatever is going to happen.
Yeah, it also looks bad on him. If
We're committing justice.
Right.
And oh, look at Ragnar.
Aren't we commissioned by the knights this time?
No, because she did not explicitly tell us to. This was not commissioned by the knights.
Well, then
This
why
was
are we doing
loosely
this?
implied by somebody talking to us who happened to be a knight.
Because
Very
doing
different
this
concept.
earns Vasher his freedom. And
No.
then he can go back to working
It
for
somewhat
whichever
does.
criminal organization he'd love to work for.
Oh my
For
god.
Dasher, and then I'll start heading wherever we.
I'll follow Leo.
So you guys start marching over to the Garden Top District. Leo, you basically just head towards the space that you remember going to before. I'm going to use Tetherin's token to signify where you're at. You make it to the steps of the Garden Top District. It's basically another walled-off section within the city. And like directly above you, it's constantly shaded because of the massive tree. Also because of the massive tree, you are now within its leaves, so the rain is no longer bothering you.
I must warn you guys. Also, don't stare at him for some reason.
Stare at who?
Question: Are these walls guarded?
Yeah, so as you guys are approaching, there are sets of stairs that kind of go up into the Garden Top District and one like flat plane so that carts can like ride up the central portion and go into the Garden Top District if necessary. The entire area is patrolled heavily by the Yulebreak Town Guard itself and Saphirian Knights, who keep an eye and watch over this particular district. It looks like there isn't an issue with people going into the Garden Top District. It's not like it's sealed off to like commoners or anything like that.
Okay.
It's more there's a heavier presence of defense for the rich and affluent people of the city.
Of course.
And looking into the Garden Top District, you see the architecture changes slightly. Everything is a lot more clean and crisper than everything else that you've seen in the rest of the city. All of the wood seems to be of a different variant, a lighter, like birch style wood that is probably far more expensive than any materials that you've seen outside of the Garden Top District. The giant tree itself has beautiful runic carvings running down the large trunk of it. On occasion, you'll see one of the runes flare up with magical energy and burst slightly within the space as leaves that were drifting down get pushed outside of the Garden Top District itself. You see beautiful vines and branches across most of these buildings. Some of them have grapes currently growing off of them. That you see servants on occasion just plucking them and putting them into nice baskets. There's a lot of greenery that you don't normally see in this section of Sephiria. Flowers and all sorts of adornments line these streets, and most of them are heavily cobbled, so it's a very clean ride or walk in any direction. Walking into central space, you do notice that there are several temples here of different gods that are worshipped throughout Sephiria. One in particular catches your eye. Leo, you remember that you had to like circle around the entire trunk to get to the estate. The estate being this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
This building, however, seems open to the people. And there's the insignia of the goddess of Sephiria. Think of it like it kind of looks like a chess piece of the queen, with a slightly more like angelic definitions to it. And it's kind of like encrusted in sapphire. Directly above the building itself. It's just that carved into the trunk of the Yule tree. Next to it are the banners of Yulebreak itself and the banner of Sephiria to signify the country and the city. You see people pilgrimaging to the temple, worshiping. There's other smaller temples that encroach around it, but the Sephirian temple seems to be the biggest of the five main temples that are here. Off to the sides, you see several different residences. There's guards on street corners and people milling about and walking, usually dressed very affluently. You guys do not know where the manor is from this point. Leo got you so far. The rest is up to you. What do you guys like to do?
All right, this is the place.
All right, this is
I have the ability to open doors that are locked.
will come in handy.
If you would like me inside the house, or do you want me distracting, talking to the
That
person?
seems more useful inside where we're going. So
Yeah, we're all going. Well,
Okay.
the issue is finding where we're going.
Yeah, let's see if I can throw some weight. Actually, no, I'll just throw weight around.
We can't we just no, that's risky, I suppose.
No, that said, I'll take. Do I see any like guard official looking here? Like
Yeah,
a map.
I mean, there's no like you are here map in the district. You do see several different like city guards currently walking about, just keeping an eye on things. You see a couple of influential looking people just also milling about, talking as the rain isn't an issue in the Garden Top district. Everyone's just kind of going about their business up here. You see several commoners that, I mean, in comparison to the wealthy people here, also kind of like milling outside of the Temple of Sephiria, that seem approachable, along with the guard or the affluent, influential people.
Let's start with a commoner, shall we?
Alright. I'll be your bodyguard, who then has to have an emergency bathroom break inside of his mansion.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you approach the commoners.
Hello, my good friend. What is your name, if I might have your assistance?
What's it to you? You see this large human man, fairly rotund in size. He seems to be just taking shelter under the giant tree.
Oh, I just wanted some help assistance. I'm willing to make it worth your while. If you're going to help, it's just simple directions.
Where are you looking to go?
Looking to find the residence of the county lord, or where he might be right now.
County lords?
County Lord Singlock, I think his name was.
Don't know the specific ones, but most of them keep to the west side.
Alright. Well, so the building I should be looking out for.
No clue. I just know they're clustered on the west.
It's good to hear. And I'll throw him 2 copper.
He takes it. Mark off like 2 copper.
Yeah, we're heading west.
All right.
So you guys narrow it down slightly as you move a little bit closer to the area. There is a fairly large residential area to the west. As you're moving through the spaces, the housing is fairly spaced out compared to the rest of Yulebreak, giving each individual manor a lot of breathing room around it. But there are several manors in the vicinity. With no like nameplates or identifiers around them. There are other people just milling about and wandering. A few more influential people are looking at your ragtag group with skeptical eye. You are currently in notice because you're kind of you're not really blending into the type of people that normally go throughout the Garden Top district. Since you're kind of pushing away from where the main temples are, you're moving more into influential territories.
I'm going to disguise myself as a generic big beefy boy guy, like a big ol' 6'5" muscular human male with this like bald hair.
Right. So big old Chuck appears out of thin air, standing with your group.
And I'm shirtless.
I'm gonna.
Washboard abs. That's
12
it.
abs.
12 abs.
At least.
How did that help?
You'll see.
I didn't need you to do it yet, but okay. You were saying Tether.
I have nothing to say any longer.
Alright,
Although we are getting stared at quite a bit, so
it's fine. It's
more so now.
My entire life.
But
Which one of you knew the Lord?
We know, Lady Frinda's daddy.
Oh God.
I don't like those words coming out your mouth.
Yeah, we know Lady Brenda.
She in this district. If not, I'm just gonna go.
She's in the big house.
And Lord Withermere.
Yeah, actually, I don't feel like talking to them, so I'm gonna ask somebody else.
I mean, I could probably ask Lady Brenda.
are we near one of the manors?
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah, there are several manors
Are there
around here.
nameplates?
Yeah,
No,
like
there,
on
there are
the.
there are no identifying nameplates, but the doors are available to you.
Is there a bench that I could sit on?
Yeah, I'd say that there's a couple of benches just like near some shrubbery or small trees.
I'm gonna go sit on a bench, and I'm going to summon Petra, and I'm going to use her senses, and I'm going to go look at the different manors and see if I can collect any information that way.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for Petra.
Sure thing. She has weird perception. I need to find it really quickly. Extras, owl. Keen hearing and sight. Advantage on perception checks. Pog.
Well, this is happening. I'm gonna go into my bag and get out the cloak for Jackie, because apparently I have that.
20.
Okay. With the 20, Petra kind of flies around, and the several different manors, while not having identifying like nameplates per manor, they do have like house symbols above each individual house. So you gather that if you can figure out what Singloc's like sigil is, you might be able to easily locate the house.
Okay, I have some information, everyone. There are identifying house sigils on each of the homes. Does anybody have any idea what Lord Singloc's sigil could be?
How would have ever been mentioned to me with Jackie?
Raylan, on the package that you are holding, there is a house sigil.
Ah!
Yeah, look at that.
Did I see that sigil as I was flying about?
With that perception check, I would say yes. The house sigil came from this building over here.
All right, I know where to go. Follow me.
So you guys make your way through the buildings, kind of following Tethrin in his second sight. You make it to a fairly ornate house, and kind of gaudy for you guys' liking. There are weird sculptures, very gothic in nature, just on the exterior of the building, mainly made of stone. Looks like a very heavy building, as opposed to the very birchwood buildings throughout the space. Dark, instead, like in sight, the sigil that is currently above this house is reminiscent to the one that you guys have seen with the Crimson Horde, or the Crimson of Thaun. It's mainly the same sigil, only with like a tiger on the front.
Do the houses look guarded at all from the outside? Like, do they have people on guard?
It doesn't look like the house itself is being guarded. Like, there's no person posted at the door. There are guards in the vicinity.
Okay.
I'll start to put on my signet ring to give me some oomph.
Okay. You guys watch as Raylan is now wearing a cloak and a signet ring that are far more ostentatious than Raylan normally holds himself.
I'm gonna send Petra around the building twice just to see if there are alternate entrances or anything like that. Like what's being defended closely, if anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
19.
The 19, as Petra circles around, you notice that anything that is not the front door has a small fence around it with a small backyard. The fence goes up for about 8 feet with a topped barbed metal fencing around the top. The fence itself is made out of stone. Like, it's a heavy stone wall with barbed metal at the top. Not like barbed wire. It's just like those pointy metal pokey things.
Yeah.
At the top, and it kind of encircles the back where there's a small yard. In the yard, you see like it's a small garden kind of laid out with stones and flowers. There are currently 2 people sitting in the back garden, a servant kind of walking back into the house at this point. From the multiple, it's a 3-story building with multiple windows that are you can see visually into on occasion. With the 19, you see that there are people in the upper floors of the building. Really 2 people that you see through the windows. But the windows are kind of frosted on the exterior, so you can't really make out. You can only just tell that there are people on the top floors.
I tell everybody all of that.
He relays all this information to all of you.
Okay.
So 2 people.
Well, we need to get in the house, some of us. Alright, who's house crew? It's Zala, myself, Ragnar, and Leo?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
I can change my disguise pretty easily.
That would be preferred.
Okay, what do we,
Yeah,
how
what
we
should
break
I
in?
disguise as?
Just
Can you
make-
disguise as like a mouse? They'll
No,
never
I
see you as a
I
mouse.
can only get to about 4 or 5
just
in height.
make
Same.
yourself like a noble bodyguard. Zala, you seem like you're something, so you might know what that looks like. Just make yourself look like a prick, basically.
Maybe
I thought I am a bodyguard.
You are.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not talking in my man voice. I thought I am a bodyguard.
Yes, but look less like you're a barbarian and more like you're dignified.
maybe you could look like one of the guards inside.
But I don't
Kinda
know what
like
they
that.
look like inside.
Well, maybe Tethrin could write it down for you or something.
I think I need to see it with my own eyes.
Okay.
Can I, based on Tethrin's description, can I make myself look like one of the guards in the house?
He didn't see any guards in the house. He just saw people in the house.
Oh,
Oh,
people.
people.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
Yeah, and
I-
he only saw the outline of people from frosted windows.
Well, how about this? Let's go to the door to deliver the package, and whoever answers it, you can disguise as them.
I mean, no, that's a little bit.
Oh, that's some big balls.
Zala,
Oh,
Zala,
and
you.
we'll capture them.
Hey,
and bring them
I do need to mention. So the fence was only about 8 feet high. I think realistically, Leo could
I could throw all of you over.
You should be able to kill it.
at least get somebody over.
I
You
could
know?
get all of you over at once, probably.
Well,
It was.
I think I can find my way inside from the
No.
front door.
You're
If-
coming with me.
Yeah,
Get you-
if someone can distract the person at the front door for a short time.
Well, no, look at me. Look at me. Okay.
I'm looking.
Put your-
I'm looking
All
at
right,
you.
Tethrin,
Put your
Ragnar,
cloak
we're
on.
back, crew.
Put your cloak
Let's
on real
do
quick
this.
and make
Okay.
it look like mine.
wait, what are we
Okay.
doing?
Okay, I put the cloak on so the symbols on the inside, so it just looks like a black cloak around me.
Um,
Can't.
But you can.
Well, it's a cape, so I still got my chest exposed, my big abs.
What is
Okay,
that?
wait. I'm losing the. It's illusionary magic, right? So like.
Yeah. Oh no, it goes through. All right, sorry,
You big
Raven. This is
dummy.
what you get.
Can you
No,
not?
I mean
use
like
it?
with you can just change the illusion to
Yeah,
look like.
you-
Fine, I'll
changed
change- Fine, I'll look like a bandit boy,
Okay.
Oh, band boy.
like a bandit wrapped in
Um,
black.
I'm going.
Zala, what are you doing?
I look exactly like Raven once. That's it.
So it's basically a beefy boy that looks like the clothes that Raylan is wearing.
Yep.
That should be fine.
I'm going to disguise myself as the servant I saw leave the building.
Well, he left the building you saw him walking back into the building.
That's fine too.
Okay, sure. You're disguising yourself as the servant that walked back into the building.
Correct.
Duplicating people.
I will look the same.
Got
I'll
it?
look like one of the knights we've seen posted around. I'll just look like one of them.
All right, go ahead and roll d20 for me, Leo.
See, that looks
D20.
You look like the guard standing outside.
It's a
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Just,
All right.
Basically, that was a d20 for where you pulled the knife from.
Cool.
Alright. Well,
Let us commence the plan.
yes.
Are we friends with a bunch of face stealers? Look at them.
You know, we might just be.
They all
So-
look different.
So you guys approach the door. There is a small pull for a bell on the exterior of the door that you could pull to summon someone.
Wait.
Ring
Before
that
this
thing.
happens, Leo and Ragnar, was Leo lifting us to the other side of the fence? Was that the plan?
I
or
feel
are
like
we...
I want to go to the backside.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the backside as well.
So
Thought
can
that was
us
the
three
plan.
go to the backside while they go to the front?
You can. You do know that there's two people currently seated back there.
That's what I was trying to figure out earlier.
Yeah, there's definitely two people seated in the garden in the back of the house.
Did we see what kind of people they were? Like, were they
They look like
knights or were they normal people?
they look like normal people. Well,
Yeah,
like rich normal people.
Yeah, but like civilians, not.
At the very least, I look like one of their servants, so I can go back there. I think.
Okay, so Leo and Tethrin, you guys are going to
well,
the
and I'm a
backyard.
knight. So you can
Oh,
maybe
true.
with me or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so both of you are going to attempt to scale the wall while the rest of you are walking to the front door?
Oh, there's no entrance in the back?
No. It's just a completely walled off section.
Yes.
I will scale
there-
the wall.
Can we? Can we be more to the side and then to where we might be out of the view of people sitting in the back, and then we can walk around. To the back?
you can definitely do that.
All right, let's go. Here we go. We got a plan.
So Leo, Tethrin, and Ragnar are going to scale the wall, while
Yep.
Raylan, Yeska, and Zala are going through the front door, and Vasher, I'm assuming, is staying back.
It is
Yep.
back.
Okay.
Sure.
Sorry.
It's the best idea. If I'm not at the scene of a potential crime, I'll at least be exonerated of the ones I'm already accused of.
Well, you are at the scene. You're just not going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Vasher, you are nearby, but you're not near the house where the crime is taking place.
We would have
Sure.
taken him just to where he's not inside
So-
the building. If someone comes
so-
to look for him.
Vasher, you're kind of like a lookout. Not that you could do anything if something were to happen, but you are a lookout for the exterior of the house. So all of you start moving in towards the door, and Raylan, you pull on the bell. It rings on the interior of the house. Leo, Ragnar, and Tethrin. Leo and Tethrin, you get advantage because Leo's helping you over the wall. But Leo and Ragnar, I need you guys roll athletics checks to climb the wall.
Whenever I'm getting lifted up, can I see the people that are in the back?
No, you're on the side of the building.
Okay.
You're jumping onto this little alcove on the side. It's a tight squeeze, but
It's an athletics check with an advantage, you said?
Yeah.
I'll give guidance to Ragnar.
Yeah,
oh wait,
Ragnar,
if I'm helping. I can't. Never mind.
yeah, Ragnar, I think that you also get advantage because Leo's helping both of you over.
Yeah, I would be helping both of them.
16.
9.
Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna say that Tethrin, you get over fairly easily. You just make it over the spikes and get down onto the other side. Ragnar, as Leo is helping you over the side, you kind of misjudge where to place yourself, and one of the spikes rips down your arm, leaving a good cut that's dripping a little bit of blood. You do make it over the side of the wall, but you are bleeding. You take a point of damage.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make sure the blood's gone.
Okay, good to know. Leo, you rolled a 19 and a 6.
No, I just rolled a 6. The 19 was from something else.
Okay. Leo, you also hoist yourself over and since you don't have advantage on this,
Yep.
you're kind of like stuck on the pointy things. You look off to your side and you notice that there are people beginning to walk down the street that may see you, and in your hurry, you just roll off and land with a thud on the other side. You also take 1 point of damage.
I will do the same thing. Make sure there's no blood on the wall.
Okay. But the three of you, Ragnar looks like Ragnar. He has the cloak and the mask. But Leo is a knight, and Tethrin is the butler, the servant that he had described, that he had seen. While that's going on, the door swings open, Raylan, and you see the butler that Tethrin had turned into.
Hello.
Hello. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good thing you weren't at the front then.